We are live, people. I believe we're live here. Let me drop the open for everyone out there. Let us know if you can hear us loud and clear. There goes the
Welcome back
open.
to the Hank
All right.
Strange situation.
Make sure you guys
Lifestyles
subscribe,
of the
smash the
Lost and
thumbs
Lola.
ups, ring the bell so you can be notified. Why am I getting feedback?
Uh-oh.
Drop the open.
Uh-oh. Who's watching it?
Yeah, mute.
Is
Mute
that
your
Harris?
thing.
Make sure you guys subscribe. Thumbs up.
Someone said,
There it is.
yeah.
I think I did this last time.
There we go. All right, we are live. Come on, let's. Oh, we're still feeding back.
It sounds good. Maybe.
I'm still getting the feedback.
I don't hear any. Oh, I hear a phone, but that's it.
Whoops, that's me.
Oh, I have no idea what's happening now.
It's just a disaster of a Monday.
That could be. I think John is also. Okay, there we go. Went away. All right, let's do. I'm still hearing it.
It's only for you. None of us hear it.
Oh, that's only me? I don't know how that is possible that we're hearing it. Okay, let's do jazz hands. Come on, let's do it. All right, we are live. We are live. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. That's gonna drive me totally insane. But we're live. This is episode 440 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Free for all Monday. If you guys are hearing the echo, let me know if you're still hearing it.
It must be on your end.
I can't hear anything.
I don't hear it. Let me see. I'm gonna see if I can hear it video.
Okay, hold on one sec. Boom. Yeah.
Am I back yet?
Yes,
Yep,
you're
you're good.
back. You're back. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's Hank. That's clearly only on your side because I'm watching the video. There's no echo.
There is no echo? Okay.
There's no echo. It
That's
is just
so
you.
crazy that it's just me. Okay.
Do you have something? Do you have it playing in background or anything? You got some
No,
weird
you know what? I
settings or
probably am. It's probably my fault. Hold on a second. Let's see here. Yeah. Okay. There you go. That was all me then. That was all me. Babyface, I was about to...
Listen. I can't help you, okay?
Okay, since it was me, it's fine. No one worry. Everything's fine. We're here! It's episode 440, Free for All Monday. We're entitling it Firearms Industry Economic Impact. And we've got Harry's Holster joining us. What's up, Harrison?
What's up, guys? Not much.
Yes. Also, we've got John Crump. I don't know if Harry's Holster has met John Crump of GOA, also of Ammoland. He's joining us. Also of Greenpeace.
Greenpeace,
He's got the
me.
green screen background going. And we got Babyface P and Neckbone also joining us. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. What's going on with you all? Shout out to everyone out there. Okay, as you guys come in, even though it was a little crazy here just now, please smash the thumbs ups. Make your comments right now. Share the video. Do all that kind of stuff. Ring the bell to notify us. Of course, the show is brought to us by Harry's Holsters right down there so that you can see it all nice and clearly. What's going on? What's up? Let's see. I'll start with John Crump. What's up with you, John?
Getting pissed off at my virtual cam where I was trying to pump some stuff in that didn't work, but that's okay. I'm here.
Are you on
Alive.
Windows or PC?
Mac. Windows or PC, that's the same thing.
Oh,
dude.
what am I saying? Oh my God, that's so stupid. Yeah, I don't know. Windows or Mac, sorry.
It's Mac.
Yeah, I was just testing you, making sure that you're paying attention. Making sure you're paying attention. So you're on Mac, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so we can fully blame it on. You know what? I've never found virtualization to work well on the Mac, so
No.
that's just me.
No,
I don't know about
not
you
really,
guys.
but
Yeah.
I wrote it myself, so
Oh.
I figured it would work, but no.
Yeah. Okay. I'm guessing you're better than me at writing stuff, so.
Yeah, it's just little programming stuff.
Oh, okay.
Nothing big.
Good. Harrison, what's up with you, man?
Not much. Just finally finished up work, so now I'm here. So
Making the holsters.
yep.
Making the holsters.
Mondays are always a little rough.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Was it hard to get in? Hard to get up in the morning, roll out of bed?
No, just 2 days where I worked half days over the weekend, and anytime I don't work full days, you got to make up for it. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lots of catching up to do.
You do you have a like place you go to work, or do you work out of your like house/garage? Yeah, it's the best feeling ever, because I have a job now that's work from home. I love it. I never want to go back to an office lifestyle.
It's great, but when you can't sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning, you don't really have an excuse or a reason to fall back asleep. And
oh, so when you have insomnia, you just go to work, huh?
Might as well.
Yeah.
Might as well make some money.
Yeah, get in there, start making the donuts. Yeah, I know how that is. All right, cool. So everyone, well, I guess I didn't ask Babyface. How was your weekend?
You know, it was fantastic.
Really?
You can't see me?
I did. No, I said I did see you over the weekend.
Yeah. We had a meetup in Leesburg. The meetup in Leesburg at Aries Range. Trey got to finally meet Trey in person.
Oh, okay.
And then met a couple of, I guess you'd say, friends of the channel.
Right.
Cool people. We did a bunch of shooting and just sweated our asses off and had a good time.
Oh, okay. Finally meet Trey. You've been up there before. It was an unofficial thing before anyone starts getting crazy about it. It was
I've been there
unofficial.
once, which was the time that I threw up that pork everywhere, and I never got a chance to actually meet Trey at the time. So.
Oh, you did it? Oh, okay.
Nope. It's the first time I've ever met him.
All right. Cool. Yeah, it was very unofficial. Anyone who's wants to be mad about it, blame Richard Hughes. There you go. Send all your questions to Richard Hughes. No, I think Richard put together something, and then we decided to show up and check out the range. It's coming along. It's not officially open yet. It's going to be open, I think, in the next couple of weeks.
I gotta get that video out. Hank and I shot the M1 Garand, my M1 Garand at with iron sights at 150, 250, and 350.
Mm-hmm.
And Hank, actually, I will give you credit. You outshot me. It took me half the clip to actually hit.
Mm-hmm.
It took me like 2 shots to hit on the first, and then pushing out to like 300 was pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you hit in the first. I have the video. I'll put the video up when I get it edited.
Yeah, I don't think I hit anything the first time. I'm pretty sure I didn't. So that thing's horrible. Irons, the old dudes that use those M1s, jeez, man,
They're
I gotta
beautiful.
respect them.
Beautiful machines.
I don't know how they did that with iron sights consistently.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Yeah.
What are the matches the CMP holds that are out to they shoot at 600 yards with those?
I can't even imagine. We were shooting torsos.
How can you see anything that far?
At 300, the torso is basically the width of the front sight post. So I have no idea how you see anything out to 600 with that thing.
And these guys shoot freehand.
Yeah, nope.
They have like stocks that are filled full of lead. They're ARs, M1As, everything completely set up for it. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's nuts.
And just iron sights, right? They're not using some kind of World War II scope? Oh, okay. That's interesting. That is using the Force. That's the only explanation that I have for that, using the Force. Billy Phoenix says Lola rocked the Gatling gun. Yeah, Lola was shooting the 9mm Gatling gun. So there's a video she did, which I guess I've got to edit and put that out there. I did try it, but someone here who shall remain nameless, Babyface, messed it up before I went to shoot it.
I broke Trey's Gatling gun.
How'd you break it?
So on these new, it's one of the Tippmann 9mm Gatling guns.
Mm-hmm.
Where the mag seats, it just has a little piece of sheet steel that locks into the magazine. Let's see right here. So it sits in at an angle like this, and it's just got a little piece of sheet steel that like locks into the mag catch. I didn't realize that you push it one direction and not the other, and I ended up bending the little mag catch out. So Trey fixed it, but then Hank, we didn't realize it was broken, and Hank went up behind me, and also it didn't work for him.
Yeah.
So
it's called being a Cro-Magnon caveman who doesn't read instructions or listen to anyone before who just jumps in and starts pushing buttons.
Okay. Listen, I do what I do, and I am the best at what I do.
Yeah. Right.
You guys know what one of those costs?
About 5,000.
Yeah, close to $5,000. Yeah.
Around 5K.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, so from like a layman, that's like super expensive. Like for me, I don't know that I'd buy one, but when you compare it to say like a Colt Bulldog or one of the 4570s, which are like 50K up to like 100K,
Yeah.
$5,000's not too bad.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Let me see. Richard Hughes says he gave us a couple of bucks. He says Lola rocked the Gatling gun. Hank broke it. We already settled that, Richard, but whatever. Yeah, blame it on me. Yeah, you know what? It was cool. I saw Lola shooting it. I saw other people shooting it as well. I didn't get to shoot it where it worked consistently. I thought it was cool, but I probably would agree with you. I'm probably not gonna get one. I'm just saying. Not that I could anyway.
I got so many other
22. That's what I want. A 22 version.
Yeah, I got so many other 22 version. That would be so much fun.
I want to see somebody thread all the barrels and put a can on each barrel.
Put a big can on. Trey says he wants to do it. I hope he does. I think it'd be amazing.
If anyone's gonna do that, it would be Trey. Yeah. So shout out to Aries Firearms Training out there as well. What do you guys have? Any of you seen that at the range yet? Harrison, John, you guys seen it at the range? Are you interested in it?
Yeah, I would be interested in it. The price tag is a little bit too steep for my wife.
For your wife, I like that.
Yeah, for me. Yeah, that'd be cool, but I got a wife to deal with.
And don't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who here does not have a wife to deal with?
Not yet.
Oh, Harrison, you're the only one.
Harrison's a bachelor. He can do it.
Patrick, we know who your penis belongs to. So
it's already set in stone.
You don't need a wife. We already know. We already know who.
Hey, man, she just got a job. I already have like a list of things that I can buy now that she's at a nursing school and has a job coming up.
And you think she doesn't have a list? Go ahead, Harrison.
Her favorite thing, her thing right now is she just wants to like decorate the house. Like all she wants to do is like buy stuff to decorate the house for all the seasons coming up. So,
and that will never end.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, having shopped with her a couple times, it will never end.
Yeah. Go ahead, Harrison. I think you were trying to jump in.
I think I was gonna say I just can't see spending the money on that Gatling gun unless it was 10 millimeter and I could somehow hook it up in a helicopter and hunt hogs with it.
10 mil. Oh my god, out the side of a helicopter.
Yes.
I feel like that's a lot of fun.
Cue everyone saying what caliber if it existed in this caliber, then I would buy it.
I think 239 says Richard Hughes.
Yeah. Everyone says that, and then no one's gonna freaking buy it in those.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably, I think they were having this discussion at the range. Probably 9mm is the better one, right? Easier one, centerfire, cheap, relatively.
Cheap, you can shoot it. Yeah, you're never gonna shoot a lot of 45-70. You're gonna go broke before you do that.
10mm. Really, Harrison? How much is a box of 10mm, bro?
Hey, I'm never gonna buy it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. You're just saying that. Gibson Fender says 50 BMG maybe. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that. Yeah, I think I would like 22, but 22 probably, right? Not a good idea. It's gonna get dirty.
Dirty.
Well, it's probably, and also with don't 22 the cases expand at different rates based off who makes it, and then.
Oh, probably.
It'd probably be more expensive to make a reliable 22 version than 9mm, even 7.62x39 or some other centerfire modern cartridge.
Yeah,
I did see a Gatling gun chambered in 22 long rifle before. I think it was a custom build though.
Yeah. Isn't there like a weird 10-22 version out there where some people use 10-22?
That's not really that's just a crank fire of two 10-22 side by side.
Oh, okay.
Now the one I saw was actually had the 6 barrels and rotated.
Actually spun around. Okay, yeah.
It does look kind of like a historical Gatling gun with the brass, and I think I've seen that as well.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Clovertac. Clovertac is shouting us out. Shout out to him. I see Hootie Who's in the house out there. Shout out to him. Shout out to all you guys coming in right now. Don't forget to smash the thumbs ups, people. Okay, thank you very much in advance. Smash the thumbs ups. If you hate us, you can smash the thumbs downs. It's all good. Yes, you guys also put their own thumbs. I think that's why I had the other page open, but then I closed it. So I'm not going back into that again.
I just thumbs downed it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thanks, John.
You're welcome.
I appreciate that. Yeah. So there you go. Everyone could put in what caliber their magical fantasy caliber in there. That, if only they made it in this caliber. It's cool. I think maybe if you put like a power drill on there, it might go faster.
Okay, so let me ask you guys this: For 5K, what gun would you rather have?
Oh, 5K.
5,000?
Well, you can't buy any gun for 5,000, right? How much is a minigun? Is it more than 5,000?
You're never gonna get a minigun.
I think a transferable one's somewhere around 100K.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not
5K. If you want machine gun, talking 5K, you could
not
find
machine gun, just any gun. Period.
Any gun.
Well, I'm saying for Hank, if Hank's thinking machine gun, you're gonna get like a Rising or
Mac
something. A Mac, yeah, that's about it.
Mac. Oh, okay.
Any gun though? Oh man.
How much is an MP5 like an actual HK MP5? How much is that?
Nah, you get that way cheaper. You can get like 2 or 3 MP5s for that.
Okay.
Probably two.
I would get two. What about the suppressed one?
I'm thinking a Scar 20S because those are like 4,200. That'd be on my list.
Okay. I would like an integrally suppressed MP5. Thank you very much.
As MP5 SD.
Yeah, there you go. MP5 SD. Like I'm gonna remember that one. Okay. What about you, John?
10 Glocks.
10 Glocks.
10 Glocks.
Whatever.
Branded in the box. Put them away.
Sure. Yeah, Walter's out there, by the way. Shout out to Walter. Walter says we got to shout, Big Dick Willie in the house. So Big Dick Willie is out there. Now, everyone else who needs a shout out, you're going to have to let us know. What would you get? What would you get, Harrison? Because I'm sure you've thought about this. I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of cowboy action gun.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking in that direction.
Okay, nice wood.
No, probably a Merlin Holberger. I might be pronouncing the name wrong.
I don't even know what that
is. They were machined really well back in the day. I think you could get one of those for 5K. But modern guns, or more modern, I think probably a Belgian-made FAL.
Belgian-made FAL. Okay.
That would be $5,000, would it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Those are that
ones that aren't parts kits builds are freaking insane. It might $5,000 might not be enough.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Actually, I would get a Liberator.
A Liberator.
Just to have. Yeah. World War II.
Oh, the
45 caliber.
The little, but not a replica. Not a replica.
No, like a real one. But
okay.
Yeah.
Just to have.
Now that I think about that, the Lamott's revolver, I would love to have one of those. Cold Mountain is one of my favorite books, and he has a Lamott revolver. Okay. And those things, I think a real Lamott runs $5,000, something like that.
Yeah. Hootie Who says he needs a 300 Win mag and a 7mm mag.
SVT 40. The problem here is there are so many things in that like 2,000 to 5,000 price range that I would love to own.
Yeah.
An SVT 40 would be dope.
What about something new manufacture?
New.
Legit new. You have not something even 10 years used. Like has to be manufactured today, and you can get it in the U.S.
That's new.
$5,000.
Yeah.
I'm thinking the Scar 20S. Scar 20S would probably do it for me.
I usually don't think in the $5,000. Like for me, high up's been around $3,000. You know.
That's expensive.
Like I've got that Daniel Defense integrally suppressed.
That was an expensive gun.
Yeah, that was expensive. And that totally cured me of that, by the way.
You know what those are for now, right, Hank?
No.
Are they up or down?
Yeah, did it go down, please? It went down? Oh, don't tell me. I don't want to.
I saw one sell on Gunbrook the other day for $1,800.
Oh, God.
Crap.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, whatever. Safety Harbor. Yeah, see, that's why you don't buy those things.
Yep.
You wait. You buy them when they went down. Okay, so Walter says a minigun is $150,000 to $200,000.
Okay. Wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
It's still not that bad for what it is transferable wise.
Yeah. If I had $5,000, I would take it all, buy lottery tickets, and when I won the lottery, then I'll buy a minigun.
I would transfer all 5 of those cans that are sitting at your property right now. Sitting at your SOT that I haven't transferred yet.
Yeah.
What would a brand new minigun cost though if you had all the licensing and you could just purchase a minigun?
It couldn't be that expensive.
Walter, I don't know if Trey is out there, would have to tell us, unless you know, John. Shooting Gallery Northeast, by the way, says he gave us a couple of bucks. He says I would grab a Falcor Defense Petra in 300 Win mag. Now let me say this. I just thought of one that I do like. You know the Spikes tactical compressor? I still want one. I know that.
The same thing.
Why?
Yeah, because I don't know.
It's the same thing as what you have.
Because I like it. I don't know what it is. Well, actually, no. The one I shot was full auto, so I probably can't get that. I mean, I probably could, but I don't know how much the machine gun version of it is. So, and Hootie Hoo says for him expensive is $500, which I don't even believe that, because Hootie Hoo has what are those guys that make the 50s Barretts? There's no Barrett that costs $500.
You can get the bolt guns. If you get one of the bullpup bolt guns, you can get those for under $5,000.
Crackbot says a complete shrike. Gibson Fender said I'd buy a case of yeet cannons. Whatevs.
Just a whole tabletop full.
Yeah, Clover Tax says I'm going to High Point and arming the entire town.
Or yeet cannons.
Yeah.
How many yeet cannons could you get for $5,000?
40 to 50.
Just drive around, throw them out the window to people.
Yeah. You get one, and you get one. Let's see. Archangel says, how about a Shy-Tac? Okay. Yeah, I'm sure people...
Shy-Tacs would be cool.
This is a thing people think about a lot.
I've been looking at the Shy-Tacs. You can buy a newer one for maybe 6 or 7, but I think like the original ones, like they used, like Mark Wahlberg had in Shooter, those are like 11 or 12 grand.
What about even used? Can you get those used? No.
I think I saw one go on Rock Island Armory, but it had an optic with it, and I think that was around 11 or 12.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. There's some freaking optics that are over $5,000.
Honestly, $5,000 for guns is because like the Scar you were talking about, Babyface, it's a $3,600 gun roughly. Mm-hmm. There's not a lot of like once you get over 4K, you kind of have to jump up to 10.
Yeah. There's not much between 4 and 10,000, which is kind of a weird thing.
Yeah, David Carden. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Probably some custom bolt guns. Yeah. Only thing is high-end bolt guns.
David Cardinal says Chambers Custom or Cabot 1911 for about $5,000. I'm gonna agree with that. Cabot 1911 worth the $5,000.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself to spend $5,000 on a 1911.
I do.
My bolts, it works.
Yeah.
I'll say a Night Fighter from Chambers Customs, which those are sold out.
Yeah. I would get a Cabot 1911. Yeah, nice leather holster. I'll wear that all the time, man. I get my $5,000 worth out of it.
Just wearing it around the office.
Even though it's Florida, I'll get a nice rig, put on a jacket, wear that all the time. Just, like, what is the point of spending all that money and then keeping that thing in the safe?
No idea, Don Johnson.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, he had those.
Brent 10.
Oh, Brent 10. Don Johnson had those. What did Don Johnson? Did he have jackets? Did he have members only jackets?
Yeah, he had like white jackets, and he had the shoulder holster.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can bring those back.
Smith and Wesson, though, right? Through most of it.
I have no idea.
I thought he had a Brent 10.
No, he had a Brent 10, but that was only for like one season because they had issue with it.
Not actually working.
Yeah, with the blank, so they got a Smith and Wesson and converted it to fire blanks.
Okay. And then I know Tubbs had the AOW.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I trust me, if I'm gonna drop $5,000 on something, I'm gonna try to wear that thing every day.
Well, I bought a Wilson Combat EDC X9 thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. Biggest waste of $3,000 ever.
You sold it or you just in the safe?
Heavy and.
When I bought it, I could have flipped it and made. When I ordered it, I could have flipped it and made $500. When I got it, I could have sold it and broke even. Mm-hmm. Now, I'd lose like $600, $800.
Jesus.
This is not the time to buy guns right now. No, this is not the time. Excuse me. This is the time to buy, not the time to sell.
Time to sell.
Not the time to sell.
Unless I want a Colt Python.
Colt Python. Someone here has one. Someone here has one.
Oh, no.
Oh, you don't have no. Actually, no one
here
here.
Here it is.
There
Ready?
we go.
There we go.
Wait, is that a Kydex for the Python that you've got there?
It is for now. There's the pony.
Nice. Look, now he's showing off. Hold on, let me put you full screen. Show it again. Okay, because I'm splitting us in 4 screens, so.
Shiny.
Look at you. Yeah. I know you're supposed to be getting.
Fuck about that when it shows up. I've been checking the mail every day and hot anticipation of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this is one of the guns I carry.
Oh, let's see.
There you go.
This? Okay.
That's nice custom job.
Yeah, is that a fax on barrel or
No, it's a blacklist.
blacklist barrel? Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. There's probably Glocks out there that are $5,000.
Yeah.
I would
I
believe
think
that.
Salient had some stuff that was $5,000.
Yep, salient. For sure. Are those guys still in business? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Probably.
Yeah. It's never sure. I remember I think there was some kind of thing out there because they moved from Vegas to Virginia, right? Or Maryland, something like that.
No, I think I remember when they moved from LA to Vegas, or not
Okay.
maybe not LA, but I think they were just north.
Okay. Yeah. Kermit Loves Bacon says, "Is that a Colt Python for around the 80s?" I don't
Is
know.
this one from the 80s?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means for.
This one I think was like 1978 or 79.
Oh, so okay.
See if anybody wants to look it up. I'll tell you the serial number and you can look it up.
That thing's older than you.
Oh, far older than me. Serial is
Yeah.
E, so Echo 26594. Anybody
Yeah.
wants to look up Echo 26594?
Okay.
Colt's website. They have a place where you can look up and see how old it is.
Yeah. So let me go to this real quick since we're talking about the money. I put up this article there about the NSSF. I don't know if you guys saw that. Let me try to throw it up here. I did put it in the chat. Let me see. Maybe I'll throw it up for the folks out there if you all want to take a look at this real quick. This is we're talking about money and everything like that. It's talking about the economic impact of the firearms industry. So I'm going to go to it real quick here. Firearms industry economic impact rises 171% since 2008. So the total economic impact of the firearms and ammunition industry in the United States increased from $19.1 billion in 2008 to $52.1 billion in 2018, 171% increase, while the total number of full-time equivalent jobs rose from approximately 166,000 to almost 312,000, an 88% increase in that period, according to a report released by the National Shooting Sports Foundation. So, that's what do you guys think about that? I don't know how that compares, by the way. I was trying to figure out how that compares to other industries.
It's a lot more.
It's a lot more than other industries?
Yeah. Thanks to all the Democrats for pushing all the gun laws, saying, "Hey, we're gonna pass these gun laws." But it's a lot more.
That's good news, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
The only downside to that is the people who are buying the most guns are people who already have guns.
Yeah.
We need to get it out there to the people who don't have guns.
We need new blood in the gun industry.
Yeah. There's some of that coming in, I think. There's some new people coming in.
We have to keep on pushing that.
Yeah, absolutely. It says here on a year-over-year basis, the industry's economic impact rose from $51 billion in 2017 to $52 billion in 2018. So it went up, about up close to $1 billion, ticking even higher while the industry came off peak production years, and total job increased from nearly 311,000 to almost 312,000 in the same period. And then I think I sent out there was a PDF also that came with this, so you can go into that and then see like what states and all that kind of stuff if you want to look at your states. Here, I'm going to pull up. I'm in Florida, so I'm going to go to Florida right now. Looks like, let's see, Florida here. There's about 7,000 jobs, 265 million. It's pretty good here for Florida. I'm not sure. Probably somewhere in here it says which was the best economically impacted state, but I gotta see if I can find it here.
Wait, they have that in
the PDF. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it
Who's
breaks
the
it down.
best economically, Florida or trying to think of where all the manufacturers are, because that's where the money's going to go to, I would imagine, right?
Yeah. Economic output, it says top 10 states. Dollars would be Texas, California, Illinois, Minnesota, Florida, Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Ohio. California.
A lot of
manufacturers.
dim states.
Yeah. There's that much manufacturing still going on in California? I wasn't.
Oh yeah, tons.
Oh, okay. Yeah, New York is in there. Pennsylvania is kind of like on the thing.
Well, look at all the companies that were based out of California that have moved to Arizona or Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Apex, Salient, Agency Arms.
Really, those are California companies?
They
used
started
to be.
in California.
Yeah.
I mean, when tax rates hit you that hard, you're gonna figure out where you can do better business.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see this year by year. I bet you California's down now over what it was 5 to 7 years ago.
Yeah, probably. Jobs, top 10 states in growth is Minnesota, Illinois, Idaho, North Carolina, Oregon, Nebraska, New Hampshire, Georgia, Utah, Washington. So, but the number of jobs, Texas is on top, then California, then Florida. I'm surprised California is on top of this stuff like that. But yeah, the growth, California is not in that growth, obviously. Minnesota is on top.
California in general is just going to have, just because of population and whatnot, it's going to have a ton of. I mean, their GDP is bigger than like a ton of different countries around the world.
California is basically a seventh of our population.
Yeah. Wait, a seventh? Holy hell!
There's 300. I'm rounding here, but 350 million people in the U.S. and 35 seventh, and 50 million people in California.
Jesus.
Yeah. Clover Tax says people. Yeah, it's.
I was just gonna say that's why they would be very happy to have the to do away with the electoral college. It's because then they could basically run everything.
Well, that's how they control cars, right? California. That's how the CAFE standards controls everything that we have in cars. It's all because of California. The companies don't want to not be able to sell to California.
Could you imagine if every company just said, "Well, we're not selling to California"? What Californians would be left with? It'd be like Cuba.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have anything.
No, but they're enough to where they could actually just bring in their own manufacturing and make whatever they want.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Can you imagine a California-built car designed?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think we should kick California out of the country and just turn off their water supply.
Yeah. Listen, just cut them off and push them out into the Pacific Ocean.
Wait, is a Tesla assembled in California? Or is it
Nevada?
Nevada, right? Okay. Yeah. Clover Tax says people do not realize the economical impact that shooting sports has on cities and communities. It's insane.
Yeah.
Lots of revenue that has little to do with the ebb and flow of politics. Yeah. Without a doubt.
It's very interesting to hear people get political, and this is going to sound coarse, but for the amount of people that die per year, let's just say banning ARs would take out all the rifle and shotgun deaths. You would have you'd have more people dying due to economic impacts of taking away that industry, I think, than you would, which is a bad way to look at it. But
it's true.
Yeah.
All rifle deaths combined is less than 400 a year.
Yeah.
It's so statistically, I hate to use the word irrelevant, but it's so statistically small that it doesn't even, it's not even a blip on a death counter.
But that's where we need to get better at forcing the conversation with saying, all right, so if you really care about that and you think that banning guns will help things, then why not? Then you pretty much have to force them in a position where they have to agree that banning all guns is their only solution. The only way to do that is through confiscation, and drive home that's what they really want.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. Shout out to Skip's Tactical, by the way. Len Holt says, so all California compliant ARs are CAFE standards. Well, I think a lot of those, obviously there's companies making California compliant because they're going to sell them to California. So that's why people do it. That's why Kel-Tec has a California one, right? They made a California compliant bullpup. Remember the one that you have to drink your own pee?
There's still a market, obviously, for people in California. It's just their loopholes are nuts.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to argue that.
People in those places. Did anyone find out the numbers? John, you're the person who would know this. Did anyone find out the numbers of how many frickin' magazines sold in California under that special week?
You didn't read my article?
Calling Hank out.
Yeah, okay, you're going to have to.
I was
Where is the article?
number one in the California case.
Huh?
My article was exhibit number 1 in the California case.
Oh wow!
Is it really?
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
No, my bad on that one.
There's not exact numbers out there, but what we do know, it's probably in the high 100,000s, maybe low millions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wow. Yeah. And then I know we were reading some articles last week about guys like the California police are still taking stuff away from people even though they bought it legally. I'm sure you saw that.
Did you see the video of the guys that got theirs confiscated and had to go and show that they were in the right, and then the cops had to obviously give their property back to them because
I don't think they got it back. I know the one thing I saw, those guys didn't get it back, or they did.
The one that I was watching, the guys had an update from last week where they went to the sheriff's office and picked up their property. But yeah, go for it. Sorry.
I'd say it depended heavily what part of the state they were in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a guy that I saw made a YouTube video, and he said he couldn't get it back. He wouldn't get it back unless he got a lawyer, and he didn't think it was worth it to get the lawyer. So, I don't know.
Contact us.
Yeah, contact.
If you're watching.
Yeah. When you say contact us, who are you talking about, John?
Gun Owners of America. Contact me. Email me. john.crump@gunowners.org. I can put you in contact with people, not only in Gun Owners of America, but in the local California groups as well, if you have any issues like that, or anywhere, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Vanessa Kitty put up this comment. I'm going to read it real quick. She says, Hank, I saw you mentioned in the news on the case of wrongfully accused vet in Florida. Thank you for your help in that case.
He's in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat?
Yep.
Oh, where is he? Oh, John Carpenter. I see him. Shout out to John Carpenter. He is in the chat. All the thanks goes to John Crump. All I did was that thing came to me. I passed it on to the right authority. See, at least that one time I did the right thing.
Yeah, I did it in the middle of the ocean too.
Yes, he was on a boat.
Satellite internet.
Yeah, he was like, "Why are you bothering me, dude? It's costing me extra money to respond to you." But yeah, John, you got on that one. And then I see John Carpenter is in the chat, so shout out to him. So what's the status of that whole situation?
Well, he got his concealed handgun permit back reinstated. He doesn't have to turn in any of his firearms. He is good to go. I know that he's talking to Florida Carry. I'm not sure where it stands with them, but they want to kind of highlight this is like the dangers of these types of laws. At first, they told him it was going to take 8 weeks to get his concealed carry permit reinstated. And we're like,
that's nuts.
And I was like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen. So I started making phone calls, and I actually got a response back from the Department of Agriculture head.
Oh, Nikki Free?
Yeah. Who was basically like, mistakes happen. It wasn't our fault. We got the wrong information, blah, blah, blah.
It is your fault.
but look at how much we improved the concealed carry laws, for gun owners, blah, blah, blah.
What? Yeah. What are you talking about, Nikki Fried? You are insane.
Yeah, someone's asking John Carpenter if they found the guy that those older ladies were complaining about. I think he's... you found the guy. So the guy's out there.
Okay. Dude, the dude has prison tats and Nazi symbols all over him.
So it's not hard to find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right on Facebook.
Oh, so should we... Well, I don't know. No, maybe we can't put this guy on blast, I guess. We'll get in trouble for that, probably. Yeah.
John Carpenter... also found him as well.
Okay, so you found him, but the authorities, they've not found him.
Haven't found him in person
yet. Yeah. How can you find him and they can't find him?
I wasn't lazy.
Okay.
I understand how the internet works and Google searches.
Something I thought about the other day to make some sort of oh man, I'm going to sound like such a crazy right-wing nut guy, but to make a lefty comparison to this is if you talk to, I'm going to say liberals just to make a general statement about falsely imprisoned people going to jail and going on death row or whatever and being falsely imprisoned, and then 20 years later you find out they're not the person who did the crime. I think everybody agrees that that's like a horrible travesty. This to me is the similar situation that this guy is falsely accused or assumed to be guilty of some crime.
A mistaken identity, for sure.
Mistaken identity and loses his rights. Just flat out loses his rights.
One of the news stations down there wanted to do like a half an hour story on John Carpenter's situation. I don't know whatever came of that, but I've hooked them up.
John, do
cool.
it. I'm just gonna say it now. Do it.
Yeah, we have to fly the banner of what's going on here before the politicians in our state dive headlong into this and let them know that we don't want this, one, but two, this is going to lead to more of this. This will be on a grand scale. If they,
that her excuse is, it wasn't our fault, it's somebody else's fault. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter whose fault it is. It was wrong, and this poor guy had to suffer through going, this whole process to get his God-given rights back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I see John Carpenter says, I'm waiting for them to get back to me, but they want to use this for an example in the lawsuit. Okay.
Absolutely. And I hope there's some civil liability as well, because the only way areas learn is by getting hit in the wallet.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only way municipalities learn is by getting hit in the wallet.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know Florida concealed carry is all over this. They want to really, really sink their teeth into this. They had another situation kind of like this, but the guy was actually put in jail for 4 days as well. Wow. Before they realized it was the wrong guy.
What?
Wow.
The same situation.
I would never work again a day in my life.
Listen, you think you're gonna get some? Job. Yeah, you think you're gonna get? State of Florida is not easy to get money out of.
Yeah,
I got something.
There's some laws that prevent people from suing for a certain amount of money. I'm not sure if Florida has it or not, but a lot of states have it.
I think we have a cap as to what you can sue a municipality for,
and it's usually really small.
It's
not worth it.
Yeah,
it's like $50,000 or something that's barely worth it.
Yeah, the legal fees would be more than that unless you have somebody do it pro bono and you're doing it to, make a point.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. I think we're probably going to see lots more of that, not just in Florida, but around the country.
Absolutely. So we are seeing it around the country.
Yeah, go ahead, Harrison.
So what happened exactly? I'm kind of lost on this.
Yeah, you want to explain this since you wrote the article?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Basically, a guy, John Carpenter, who's in the chat, received a letter from the Department of Agriculture saying your concealed carry permit has been suspended for domestic violence. He calls up, they tell him to go to the circuit court. He goes down to the circuit court, and they say, yeah, you got a restraining order against you. Go talk to the sheriff. So he went down to talk to the sheriff. Sheriff's like, well, nothing we can do. You're going to have to go to court to prove it's not you by having the lady just say, hey, that's not him. By the way, you have to turn in your guns as well.
Mm-hmm. Weird question there is, who would enforce that? If he just goes, I'm not going to do that. Like, is there a potential for somebody showing up at his door and saying, it's time to hand everything in?
Yeah.
They sent a letter to him. Yeah.
They sent him a legal letter, but I wonder if somebody is tasked with actually, because I would hate that job. That is not going to be my job. Showing up at some dude's door to say, I need your guns. That is the last job I want.
Here's the crazy. Go ahead.
Legally, he did have a restraining order placed against him. It wasn't like some mix-up in paperwork or something. It's just
it was a mix-up.
It was a mix-up. It was a mistaken identity. Yeah.
Basically, the lady it was a long story, but the guy was like dealing drugs out of her house and all this other stuff. He decided to be nice and give him a room to stay in, him and his girlfriend, and they were dealing drugs, threatening her. He had a gun and stuff like that. So she went to the sheriff's department where he filed a restraining order against a Jonathan Carpenter that's 5'6" and 115 pounds. No other information. So we got this guy with a concealed weapons permit named John Carpenter. Oh yeah, the guy also had like black hair, who was bald with no hair, 5'11" and 210 pounds. Close enough.
Yeah, so they just went and looked for someone named John Carpenter instead of actually tracking it down and making sure, okay, this is not the guy. They could have, let's say they did look through the CCW stuff and they came up with a name, right, John Carpenter. They could have easily pulled out a picture, taken that to her and said, is this the guy? Which she would have probably said, no, that's not the guy.
Maybe there should.
That's actually what happened. There's a captain that took it upon himself in the sheriff's department to go take a picture of the good John and take it to her and go, "Is this the bad John?" And she was like, "I have no idea who the hell that is."
But they didn't do that until people made us think about it.
Yeah, until there was 40,000 shares, and we got a really great captain in the sheriff's department who actually wanted to help and decided to follow through on his own.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's good on him because it was probably about to blow up to be a really big story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it should be. It should be a really
absolutely.
big story. This is the fear of, to expand it to the widest point, this is the fear of red flag laws. This is the fear of all of these laws coming down. Mm-hmm. So absolutely it should be a big story.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sure it's not over. Was there something else you wanted to know, Harrison? Looks like you had another question.
I was just trying to run through a way, maybe regulations for law enforcement to counter that. I was thinking maybe the sheriff's office, anytime something like that happens or whoever is issuing the restraining order and it's issued to completely mistaken identity, maybe there should be some sort of fine for that municipality or something.
Yeah, well, I don't really blame the sheriff's department because they had their hands tied by the court.
Okay.
John Carpenter says, the deputy told me to contact the sheriff's office to surrender his weapons. So luckily nobody's kicking in his door at 3 a.m. Thank God.
Yes.
That's how bad.
Yeah,
it might have gotten to that point.
I was like, hell no.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, okay.
I was like, hold them until you absolutely have to turn them in. Because once they get their hands on them, then, good luck getting them back.
Yeah.
I know a guy who was hunting and some lady was shot and killed. And they showed up and found him hunting in the woods. So they arrested him thinking that he was the guy who shot her. Well, when the ballistics came back, it didn't match. So he was like, well, can I have my hunting rifle back? And they're like, no. And it took him a year to get it back.
Yeah. Once they get their hands on something. Yeah. Once they get their hands on something, you're kind of,
Yeah.
He had to get a lawyer to get it back. And basically he was like, it was the principle of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at that point, I want my property back, which sucks that I'm going to have to pay $3,000 to get my $500 rifle back, but screw you, I want it back.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see what comes out of this. I like you said, I think that there's probably other things going on right now. We'll definitely see more things coming out. This is the danger of all of these things, and a little legwork or whatever. And I don't know. I thought they taught you that in police academy or whatever it is you go to. Yeah.
I saw the movies and I don't remember them teaching that to those guys.
I know they taught you how to do sounds and stuff.
Oh yeah, I remember the guy breathing in the tear gas and thinking it was the best.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a crazy story. Do you have any other stories like that coming up or that are out right now, John, that we should be taking a look at?
I'm following up a couple leads. I don't like really putting stuff out there until I verify everything.
Okay.
Everything I put out, if I put it out, it's fact checked.
If only all video was that way.
Yeah, what are you talking about? What kind of mumbo jumbo
Just put that shit out
black
there.
magic mystical science is that you're referring to?
Because I had people come to me and say, "Hey, I got my guns taken away for no reason, blah blah blah," and then I did some research and found that, oh, nope, you actually threatened to kill someone through Facebook and you shot him with your gun. So,
good.
That's why you lost it.
Yeah, no bueno. Don't do that.
It's actually real evidence, hard evidence.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay. But yeah, so that's why I always check. Every time someone brings me something, like when you brought me the John Carpenter story, that I didn't do anything for a couple of days because I was fact checking and everything else. Not that I didn't trust John. The first time I talked to John, I was like, yeah, this guy seems really on the level. But let me fact check this. So I fact checked it.
When your reputation's on the line, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
think we all have to do that.
Someone else at Amaland also verified everything and okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Michael Bender says it's called journalism.
Yeah. Michael Bender is John Carpenter's father-in-law.
Yes, he is. That's the guy who got in touch with me, so he should get most of the credit. He got in touch with me. He said, "Hey, Hank, can you do something about this?" I said, first of all, I've got to verify it, so I'm going to send it. I sent it along to John. John verified it and all that, and I was like, okay, if this becomes a thing, then we know it's verified and all that. Then we'll try to like share it. So like John did an article, we shared it, we got it out there. A lot of people saw his article. I think there were I'm forgetting her name now. That was with NRA TV. What's the name of that chick that was with NRA TV? Colin Noir and
Dana Loesch.
Dana Loesch. Yeah, she she
retweeted it.
Yeah. Someone's asking us if we sent it to Trump. I don't think Trump.
Remember, Trump's not a gun guy. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stop there.
I don't know if he saw it or if he cares. He was more caught up. He was more caught up in using nukes to stop hurricanes. That's what I could say.
Trying to buy Greenland.
Greenland.
Buy Greenland.
Hey, there are a lot of minerals there.
I would buy.
No,
I say let's buy
absolutely.
it. Let's buy it, dude. Up down.
If they would sell us Greenland, it'd be great. But
they have the majority of the world's uranium supply.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Do they have rare earth metals that we need for all these electric cars that are coming and all that nonsense? Probably.
They've got so much of gold and copper and iron and everything else. There's got to be some rare earth metals there.
Probably up in there. Yeah, I say let's buy Greenland. Can we start a GoFundMe or something?
They already said no, Hank. We're already out.
Oh, they can say no all they want to. What does that mean? Okay, can we just roll up there? Can we just roll up to Greenland, take it over?
Sorry.
Huh?
Greenland, you're part of the United States now.
Yeah, that's it.
I feel like this is one of the things, though, if Obama would have brought this up,
oh, man,
everybody would be like, this is a great idea.
Yeah.
AOC would be like, oh, it's Greenland. It's awesome. Find my Green Deal.
Yeah, they're mad because it's Trump trying to buy it. What do you guys think about the using nukes to stop hurricanes? I'm in Florida. Babyface is in Florida. What do you guys think about that?
It would have worked. Yeah. It would have also spread irradiated atmosphere everywhere.
You think it would have actually worked?
Totally. It would disrupt the I bet you it would have worked. Totally.
Yeah.
Would it have been a good idea? No, not even close.
Listen, they said at a certain time in history, probably around the 50s, after World War II, they were thinking about using nukes for everything. Like, we'll have little nukes powering cars. Your watch will be powered by a little nuke. Your home, everything will be nuclear powered. But huh?
They were nuclear crazy in the 50s. They wanted everything nuked.
Yeah. So I think that's where the whole idea of using nukes to stop hurricanes came from. But I was also looking at it. I think hurricanes themselves are multiple magnitudes more powerful than a nuclear explosion.
Oh, what? Absolutely.
Yeah. What, you mean nature's destructive? No. Can't be. That can't be true. I don't think that could be true. I don't think nature can actually be destructive. What do you guys think? No, we don't.
Well, I was teaching my kid about like dark energy and dark matter earlier, and some stuff like that, and that's some real destructive stuff there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If
lots
you
of things.
look at the theories of how the expansion, the rapid accelerating of the universe and stuff like that, and how dark. Never mind.
Yeah.
Whenever we get a dark energy bomb, then we can start going after hurricanes, I think is what you're saying. And I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm sure when a volcano erupts, it does just as much damage, if not more damage, than what combustion cars do and all that kind of.
One volcano eruption, I think, did hundreds of years of carbon emissions or something. It was like an unbelievable amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another thing that the volcanoes do is actually dims the sunlight from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
the volcanic ash
affects the weather.
Yeah. So it cools everything a little bit, right?
Yeah, it cools the sea, which currents, the temperature of the currents, the weather depends on that.
Yeah.
I know Dan Crenshaw's not on the A list right now, but when he was on Joe Rogan, he talked about all this, and he actually did a pretty good job debating from that standpoint.
It was a pretty good, pretty interesting conversation. I listened to probably about half of it.
Oh, okay.
And I want to get the rest of it, but it was it was really interesting.
Yeah, I only listened to. I think they talked for about 20 minutes on the gun thing. I do want to go back and listen to the whole thing. But the gun thing, I think that 20 minutes was interesting. Not only where was Crenshaw, which he was like obviously correcting because of things that went out there and people got mad. But it was even more interesting to see where Joe Rogan is at. Joe Rogan's coming in our direction a little bit.
I think so. Yeah.
Wait, he's a hunter.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, when he hangs out with what's the guy, John Dudley,
The bow,
Cam
the bow hunting guys. Yeah.
when he hangs out with all his bow hunting buddies,
Yeah.
He's super pro 2A.
I think those guys. I've not seen them come out from that standpoint, but like Steven Ranella, who's another one of his hunting buddies, he has a podcast, and they've been trying to do a lot to slowly work in ARs, suppressors, that
Nice.
sort of stuff in their podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Joe Rogan's pretty much the only place you might be able to convince him on something is like background checks or something. I think he realizes the type of gun is there's no issue there. So I think Joe Rogan's moving very far in our direction.
Yeah, they came after Joe Rogan because he said he was against hormone injections to kids who think they're transgender, and then they were like, "You need to apologize for that," and he's like, "No."
Yeah, that's
like, well, we're
clear
gonna
child
boycott
abuse. Oh,
He's like, "We're gonna
whatever.
boycott you." He's like,
Yeah.
"I don't care."
Yeah. That's clear child abuse. A 5-year-old? You're going to transition them?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Yep.
Yes, they are insane.
What do you think about the trend of parents not giving their kids gender-specific names now? Or they want them to decide.
It's insane. It's
Yeah,
absolutely insane. I don't know what's going to happen to the world in 30 years.
Yeah.
When all of these people are adults.
Yeah.
You ever seen Idiocracy?
Yes, we're going that way.
Yeah.
The real issue is, I remember when I was in high school, I was sitting in Spanish class, and these girls were all talking about how they wanted to adopt a little Asian girl. Because
When was this?
Like
When was
it's a
this,
toy.
Harrison?
like ninth grade.
Oh, no. What year were you in high? I'm just because you know. You
This is
Hank
probably
likes to make
2010, 2011.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I never admit to it.
So they were
And we're old.
So
I'm
they
sorry.
were
Go ahead. Go ahead.
talking about that, and I was just thinking, these girls would all make terrible mothers. Like, that's
Could you
so bad
imagine?
to say. But
Yeah.
they didn't want to have a kid. They wanted the cute effect of the little Asian girl walking next to them if they dressed up a certain way and all that. They didn't actually want to.
That's so
Granny
gross.
Komodo.
They were they were very specific about, like, I want her to look this way. Like, it was kind of didn't have anything to do about being a mother or like raising a child.
It's
And
just
it's
a
come to
meme.
that point with this transgenderism where it's popular to have a gay kid or a transgender kid.
I feel the same way.
They're gonna stick them on a purse like the little dogs.
Yeah,
Totally.
that's
Like,
100% what it is.
It's
Yeah,
just
no,
a
I
meme. Think about all the Hollywood stars that went out there and got adopted little Asian kids or little African kids. What about some little American kids of the same flavors? You got all kinds of flavors of American kids. They're like, no, we don't want any kids in America. We're going to go over there and get some of those kids.
This sounds really bad to say, but I've got a cousin and her husband. They just went through adoption process. The reality is, it is extremely hard to adopt a kid in America.
yeah.
It does not have the difficulties of, the mother was more than likely using heavy drugs in use, or frankly, they don't want to give them up. Like,
Okay.
Well,
that's 99% of the.
So that's why everyone's
Well,
doing it, just because
alcoholism.
it's so difficult to adopt anyone that's born here.
yeah. Well, we were going through adoption before we had our sons. We started the adoption process, paid all the money, which is expensive. It's like $40K, $50K to adopt a
Oh
kid.
my god.
And then my wife got pregnant, which kind of, they don't give you back the money.
Damn.
We got a nice little video out of it.
Yeah, I was going to say,
But,
you should at least get a puppy. They should go, listen, consolation prize. You're
No,
not
but,
getting that kid, but here's a nice little puppy.
adopting an American kid is harder than adopting a kid from overseas.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
Okay, that shouldn't...
You can do it cheap if you go through like foster care, but that's like $5,000, and there's no guarantee that you're gonna get the kid, and it's like really heartbreaking to go that way.
Wow.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
that's probably not going to be good for us in the long run. I'm sure, I understand there's probably certain things here in America. I think it's a good point that you're bringing up, Harrison. But damn, man, we're in bad shape if we can't adopt kids who are here already and need help and need parents.
Absolutely.
I will tell you.
You want to hear that?
Through it. The problem was that they didn't want a kid that would And it's really sad because those kids need good homes too.
You want to hear something really ridiculous? We didn't. Let me first say we didn't care what type of race we got. We were like, okay, we're open to all races, whatever. But if you get assigned a African American kid, it's 20 to 25,000. It's like half price.
That's awful. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh. That's so awful.
It's crazy.
Yeah. That's just, it's the reality. Numbers don't lie. It's the reality that we have to deal with.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So are Asians like 2.5 the price of a white kid?
I don't know. They like pitch them to you. Hey, this kid can do your taxes when they get older.
They're like, if we naturally conceive, there's no way we'd have a kid that's going to Harvard. If we adopt, this kid's going to Harvard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's hedge our bets and do it.
Yeah, that's so crazy. You know what? It's like I saw on the news. I don't have an article about this, but I think one of the little princelets over in England, like Prince Harry or something, I don't know. Anyway, I guess he's doing ballet, and there's a talk show host, like a morning talk show host here that said, oh, we'll see how long that lasts, right? Because his little boy, he's doing ballet. So everyone gets mad at her. How dare you say that boys can't do ballet or whatever? And then there's a massive protest outside of the studio in New York City, where all these people come out there. Hundreds of people show up to protest and do ballet outside because she says, we'll see how long that lasts. He's a little boy. He can jump. I'm not saying you can't do ballet. You can do whatever you want to, right? But he's going to jump around, do a whole bunch of stuff. But she gets in trouble just because she said that.
Yeah, outrage culture at its finest.
Yeah.
Hong Kong.
Yeah, Eli EDC says, what do you think about what's happening in Hong Kong?
I am not fully aware of what's going on other than kind of the basics. And now supposedly the Chinese are bringing in people to beat up others. That's the latest I've heard.
Yeah.
Which obviously nobody wants that. that's shitty.
Yeah. I mean, I think China is trying to hold on to this is their country. Hong Kong belongs to them. And they're going to reclaim it at some point. Yeah, the people in Hong Kong are trying to make that never happen or slow it down. And there were things that they did going back months and months now where they were changing the laws and making it easier for China to lock people up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And that's what kind of sparked this, right?
Yeah. It basically, they wanted to make it easier for Hong Kong to extradite people to mainland China. Hong Kong is like a little microcosm to itself. The rest of it's kind of like semi-autonomous. It's like part of China, but it's not communist. It's actually democratic elected people who run it. But the Hong Kong police are still controlled by mainland China. And it started out protesting that one law, which they did. They got it thrown off the books. But it's expanded to them wanting freedom from mainland China. They want to be their own thing. And mainland China's like, nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they've tasted the freedom.
Yep. Well, they've had the freedom. They've never been under communism in Hong Kong. They were under British rule until, like, 99.
Yeah. Brian Quick says someone should do a Hong Kong airlift and drop AR mags and ammo.
Have you seen how they're all the left here is wanting to get rid of the Second Amendment as badly as they could, and Hong Kong residents are like, please, we wish we had the Second Amendment. We could defend ourselves from a tyrannical government. No.
They had signs.
Here. Yeah, saying like, please, we wish we had that.
Yeah, it's like, why do you need the Second Amendment? I just say, look at Hong Kong.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're going to have to fight for it to make it happen, because something that people give to you, you're never really going to value. It's never going to mean anything. So
Yeah, and we're 2 generations in of just being gifted everything. And believe me, I'm fully aware that I'm part of that, just being given way more than I deserve. But yeah, we don't appreciate what we have, for sure.
Yeah. I know some people. I saw some people want to do guns. I don't know if we can do one more thing here, and then we'll go to guns. I know we're over the 8 o'clock hour, but I'm gonna throw this one up. You guys have probably seen it by now. Embarrassed and incredibly disappointed, says California sheriff of deputy's sniper hoax. So,
Oh, that's hilarious.
you remember last week there was the thing where the deputy in California said that someone shot at him when he was leaving work. So a Southern California sheriff's deputy who set off a massive manhunt when he allegedly faked being shot by a sniper outside his station has left colleagues furious, with his boss moving to boot him off the force and investigators probing potential criminal charges. Deputy Angel Reynosa, a 21-year-old trainee with the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, prompted widespread panic and a large-scale response from law enforcement last week when he radioed an emergency dispatcher and dramatically stated he'd been hit by sniper fire in the parking lot of the Sheriff's Department's Lancaster station. I mean, we can go on with it. You guys can read the article. Basically, he took a knife and punched through his uniform to make it look like he got shot, and it deflected off of his vest.
What was he
and then
thinking?
faked the whole thing. No idea.
Wanted to be famous.
I don't know
I
why.
guess so.
Maybe he didn't want to be a cop. This is the thing about vetting. He's 21 years old, so he was a trainee. He probably realized, like, I don't really want to do this. It had to be. Like, what makes him think he was going to get away with that?
There's no way you're going to ever get away with that. There's so many people that are going to investigate it. That's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't
Yeah,
do
it's
it,
not like
Yeah.
drop out.
yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't understand it.
But it goes
It's not like
back to
really get a forensic.
Yeah, it goes back to what Harrison was saying, right? He just wanted attention, like those girls who just wanted the little,
They want little Asian babies.
yeah, little Asian daughter or whatever, in the purse. I mean, as
He
horrible
thought
as
it
that
was
sounds.
street cred.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what he was looking for. Is they're not going to investigate, and I'm just going to get some street cred out of it. But sniper fire, they're damn well going to investigate that.
yeah,
We all have that friend who we know, like every one of us has a friend who they don't think everything through.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have a coworker, ex-coworker that I used to work with that I know lied about so many different things like that wanted just like some sort of cred. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I should have said something. I'm just not going to say anything. It's not worth it.
Yeah,
But no, totally. I totally know that personality type.
Yeah, I know this one lady who said she was in Afghanistan and she got off a plane and she had to dodge sniper fire.
I wonder who that was.
And this other guy I know, he was in a helicopter and they fired missiles at him.
yeah. Be careful, man. You might, they could disappear with you on that one.
Oh, he's already.
Really quick.
I might quit. I might commit suicide tonight.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
going to start getting really depressed. If you're not careful.
Yeah. Pixamite says that deputy needs to be taken out on the city square and cane whipped for 30 minutes. Can you imagine how much money they spent looking for the... Because all of that... I think that was that Friday or Thursday? It was one... I think that news came out on Friday, probably. So they spent all that time looking to try to figure out who the sniper was.
Now, the only thing that would have made this better, if they'd have caught Dan Bilzerian carrying a rifle case out of his house to his vehicle and arrested him under suspicion.
Dan Bilzerian.
Make the story more dramatic.
Yeah, blame it on Bilzerian. Yeah, I don't know if he lives. I don't know if he lives in that area. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. So these are the people. These are the only people that folks out there want to have guns. I'm just saying. Leave it all up. Leave it all up to these.
That's the thing is you want this guy to be the only one with a gun? Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't.
John, something John brought up earlier was talking about how a lot of guns are being bought now, but a lot of those are by a few people.
Mm-hmm.
How do we increase popularity of firearms? What is the most effective way to do that? Not to people that already own them, or how do we get start moving to the people that are on the fence and start moving even further and further over?
Take them to the range.
Mm-hmm.
I've taken a couple people to the range that have gotten that reaction out of it that are like, oh man, I need to have guns now. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Aries Firearms Training. I see him in the chat right now. Go ahead, Harrison.
It's great to take people to the range, but the people that you can take to the range are already kind of in that mindset of, okay, they're moldable. how do we appeal to people that are never going to have that opportunity? Or, how do we get somebody that lives in the middle of Manhattan and they're going to Vegas, and how do we get them to say, you know what, I want to go to Battlefield Vegas or one of those machine gun ranges while I'm there and able to do that? Or I'm going to visit somebody out in the country or something. One of my items I want to do on there is go shoot. Like, how do we get people that are completely different backgrounds just open to the idea?
I think it's a combination. I think it's lots of different things. I don't think there's one answer. I think some of it is what we're doing right now, social media, videos, and things like that, and people doing it from different perspectives. I try to do what I'm doing to be just real. I try to put it from my point of view and simplify it down instead of making what I'm doing look like I'm a super tactical ninja because I'm really an idiot.
Who's really good at it?
Who?
Maj Toure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Maj is, yeah.
He goes for, his demographic is is a very large demographic that I feel like needs to be brought into the 2A community more. Black people in general. I'm just going to say that. Black people in general, I feel like need to be brought in and be like, yeah, no, you're totally welcome here. We're not the redneck.
I think they're coming in. I think they are.
I think we are.
I think they are coming in more and more. First of all, they've always kind of been there, but like where they don't want to admit that because political parties that typically people align with based on their color and stuff like that. But you are getting some, from the time I started doing it. I mean, when I started doing this, I can only really remember like Coleon Noir and Argo J. Like, it wasn't that many people. Now there's lots of people doing it, young women and men doing it. So,
yeah, I was contacted by somebody really high up in Media Matters and really well known, leftist. And they were
leftist?
Very leftist.
Okay.
And they contacted me. They're like, "Hey, I read your articles, but I don't want anybody to know. But I own guns and I'm pro gun." Like, you can't really say anything. Like, come on.
No, they can't. That's their job. Gone.
That's
like that.
So sad.
Yeah. So I think it's a combination to answer Harrison's question. It's a combination of lots of different things that we have.
I think there are a percentage of people out there that you will never sway. Like, there are some mothers against not drunk driving. What's the one? Everytown, those sorts of people. I think there are some of those that you're just never going to sway them. They have no interest in expanding their horizons into the firearms community.
Those aren't the people I'm worried about, though. It's the I mean, let's be honest. When it comes to guns and gun control, just some rough numbers, 10% of the people want to ban all guns, 10% of the people want everything to be legal, and 80% just don't give a crap.
Yeah.
How do we work more on that 80%? That's
you got to tie it to other rights. Like, if they start taking away these rights, what's them to stop them from taking away these other rights?
I think the problem with that is, when you do that, it brings up something too real for them to understand, and they understand that there are more risk and potential consequences in life than they want to mentally deal with, so they run in the other direction. I think we have to make it more fun and less serious to get them to start taking the steps in that direction. If it seems to, we have the Second Amendment to protect the Second Amendment, that scares them too much.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to jump in and just straight out be like, hey, here's what you got to do. This is how to live the Second Amendment life.
Yeah. We have to kind of show people that there is no person out there that's not going to need to defend themselves. Like, everyone's going to need to defend themselves. And they also, we don't have to make them feel like they have to come into this and have, 10,000 guns or anything like that. They just have to have that need and that desire to figure out how to defend themselves throughout their whole life.
I think it's going to go back to, if you can get somebody to the range, or do whatever you can to talk guns with them, you'll get them on your side, because it's a logical thing for me. Firearms are a logical answer to the woes of society, the horrors that, I don't want to say we live in a terrible time, because we live in the most peaceful time ever, but the reality of living life with bad people and evil around you. Firearms is that reality, but you have to kind of let people find their own path into that. You can't just go out there and start beating people over the head with the good book of the Second Amendment and be like, this is where it's at. So it's hard. It's very nuanced. It's very, very nuanced in my mind.
Yeah. A lot of times you have to just answer people's questions when they come, when they bring those things to you. So if you're out in the world and someone says, what do? Like, it's tough, man. Sometimes I get in trouble answering that question. But you have to do it and then have the conversations like you're saying without beating them up about it.
Yeah.
80% of the time, if I meet some random person, what do? I say I'm in manufacturing or I'm in thermoforming.
Oh no! Oh, I say I'm a gun. I say I'm a gunman. Gunman.
Yeah, I'm a little different. I have some.
I pull the
different things
triggers,
that I say.
huh? Oh.
I more see myself as a computer engineer type than a
wow.
gun.
You guys are good. Yeah.
I'm not in the gun manufacturing or anything like that. So it's hard for me to just be like, yeah, I'm a gun dude. Like,
no.
Nobody's gonna be like, yo, what do you do for a living? I own guns.
That's what I say. I say I shoot guns. I pull triggers. And they're like, what? What is you a hitman? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
I read about guns. I research guns. I'm the director for Virginia for Gun Owners of America.
Yeah.
And my license plate says gun ammo.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Truthfully, most of the time I say I am a Second Amendment advocate. That's what I do. And they're like, well, okay, what is that?
It's very different depending on who you are.
Yes.
My answer is not going to be the same as Hank's answer for sure. I don't do what Hank does. Not even close.
Yeah. Well, I made that decision a while ago that I'm probably not gonna have a regular job ever again. I've had regular jobs since I was like 13 years old. So yeah, I'm in this position. Some of you guys have to be professional, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the time, I've got to worry about what did my grandmother didn't tell anybody what I did for years until I came up with that thermoforming line. She has no idea what thermoforming means.
But it sounds good.
Yeah.
Well, I really don't care. Like when I was working for Facebook, I went on their internal web page, the one that everyone reads, the Facebook page, and I decided I wanted to cause little issues. So I wrote, hate speech does not exist, and just left it at that. And people flipped out.
Yeah. Yes, I bet they did. Where did you do this?
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
You worked for them at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. I work for a Google company, and I'm proud of the work I do. I'm very proud of the work I do, but sometimes I look at the news articles about what's going on with Google, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
God.
But listen, you've got to maintain a job so that you can pay the bills and do stuff. Yeah.
If I want to fight a good fight today or whatever gun stuff there is, yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
The reality of having a real-time job.
And this is what I was thinking about today. Like, I know, Hank, you're a big fan of, going to different platforms and having diversity of that. But my thought was really our best chance. If we have to keep, platforms are constantly going to change. Social media is going to evolve. What's popular next? YouTube will not be around forever. But the only way we're really going to win this battle is if the next CEOs of Google and like corporations, we can somehow get to at least be neutral at a minimum. This is the only way we've got a chance of even surviving.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I really don't.
Have you ever been out to Silicon Valley?
It's awful. No. It's an awful place.
I've got a lot of friends who are in that industry, and they're very conservative, and it's very interesting to hear them talk about it.
Yeah, they have no idea that they are so biased.
They don't. That's the crazy thing is they have you guys seen the episode of South Park where the San Franciscans are like smelling their own farts? Seriously, they are so ingrained in their own ideology, they have no clue how biased they are. And I know that all of us on this panel are probably very biased, totally biased, because we like our firearms and whatnot. But the big tech companies completely don't see it. They have no idea. They think that what they're doing is the best thing possible for the world. I'm going to go off on tangent.
Well, and to answer that, I think that the reason why I advocate for other platforms is not that we don't, whatever is the more popular one, the big pool that everyone swims in. Of course, that's where we all want to be. But ultimately, so for example, there's videos that we make that are on gun things or educating people, answering questions and things like that for people. And when we make those videos, they're immediately as soon as I upload it, YouTube says, no, we'll never monetize this, which, okay, or they limit, like CloverTac was saying, limited advertising. Basically what that means, they're limiting the reach of that video. video. So therefore, it's handicapped right out the gate. So in that aspect, if they're only going to allow you to say or do certain things, but everything else, if you're holding a gun, shooting a gun, talking to people about things that are firearms related, they're going to censor, then you can never really have a fully honest conversation. And at some point, they'll go, hey, we don't even want you doing these talking videos. You know, so that kind of makes it tough because of where they're at more than where we're at. You know, because I think, like, I know for me, I've tried to do a combination of those things, and I think a lot of other people out there are doing that. But once you are censoring, once you're controlling the conversation and limiting the exposure to certain things, and then pushing people with the algorithm in specific directions, then, I mean, here's mind control.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So, what happened to Babyface there?
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still
Can
there.
you not
Okay,
see me?
yeah. No. Yeah, I can see.
I'm
Okay.
listening.
Yeah.
Just need to figure out a way, though, to get more people
On board, interested.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's not an easy thing to do, but I
totally understand. Where
I think you're making a good point. I think we always need to think about it, which is one of the things that I appreciate about you, Harrison. I think that you're a problem solver, and you're always saying, like, okay, let's think about that and what are we doing? But I think it's complicated to answer it because there's many things that we have to do. And most of the time,
it's one right answer.
Yeah, and most of the time with that big number of people, we actually have to be subtle because it's kind of like my kids. If I say do this, they do the opposite of that.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
We need to destigmify guns. There's a stigma around guns. We need to get rid of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think people are, don't you guys find, I think we're doing it like one person at a time. There's people out there, they come to us, they ask questions. I think what the media is doing is really tough. I know, like you're saying, we ourselves are biased and we're trying to do stuff, and the media is definitely biased. But the average person out there is open to this, and most of the time, when they see these bad things happening and they realize statistically cops are never there to save those other people in that moment, they think, I never want that to be me or my family. And when they look at it, the only solution that they think makes sense, not like, oh, we got to have more cops or the government's got to take guns away or we have to do background checks. The only thing that makes sense to most of them is, I've got to actually have some ability to fight back. You know, and then they start thinking about that. But it's the way that some people interact with them that makes it difficult.
I will tell you, the majority of people, they are too scared to think about fighting back. They would rather put it out of their mind and think that there is it's like everything. If they think there's an easy solution, and that solution to them is, oh, we just don't sell this type of guns, no more attacks will happen. That's not going to solve anything. The attacks continue to happen, but it's the easier solution. They just want to think, oh, there is a solution. They don't want the hard answer.
People want easy lives.
Yeah.
Whenever they say that they want to ban like ARs, I'm like, well, what are you going to do with the 100,000 that are already out there? Or the million that are already out there, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Definitely millions.
And if it's up to PSA, there would be millions and millions more, which is awesome.
Oh, there will be. There will be. There will be.
I have something to share with you guys, actually. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah.
I'll
look at right now, everyone's going back to school. So I saw some of the stuff in the news. Is like there's young women out there going to college saying, you know, we've got to do something about rape culture, right? This is a conversation we have sometimes. And here's the thing. In colleges, if there's this rape culture, the number one way to stop it is give claws and teeth to the people who are afraid of being abused. Give them the ability to fight back. No one's talking about that. That's the thing. Someone messes with you, you have the ability to fight back. This is one of the things that we need to do. But a lot of colleges across the country do not allow people to do that. Lola always tells me she came to New York City from Maryland, and she said, hey, what can I have? Can I have like a knife? Can I have a stun gun? Can I have pepper spray? They said, nope, you can't have none of that.
Yeah,
you can't have a whistle.
Yeah. So, I mean...
Those whistles are over 120 decibels, so we don't know how. Can't have that.
You know how you stop rape? This is how you stop rape, right here.
Yeah, exactly.
Rape.
These will stop a couple. This right here will stop a couple of rapes.
Yeah. Listen. So now, okay. So see what our response. Look at. Yeah, check that out. Harrison went for the big guns.
Oh wait.
Yeah, he went. Oh, and it went away. And then he put it back. So yeah, go ahead.
No. I'm gonna get off topic, so I want you to finish your thought before I get you.
Oh,
off
okay.
topic.
Yeah, I think the thing that happens with a lot of people, right, is when we start having that conversation, we get very aggressive, and we don't start talking to them about what is it you need to feel safe, and just continuously have that conversation until they realize. I think people can come to this on their own. If we're talking about the majority of people, they need to come to it on their own without us forcing them in that direction. But we have to still exist in order to be able to have those conversations with them. And that's the struggle that we have right now going on with social media, the media in general, the politicians, and everyone out there. So
Hank, now that I can get you way off topic,
Right.
I did send some hilarious memes to you. If you want to share them, they're on your phone.
Yes.
This was posted to
What are these
4chan
memes?
last night or night before.
Holy
Maybe
dear.
sometime this weekend.
You're a 4chan user?
Oh, hell
Do
yeah,
I
I'm
need
I'm
to screen
Commander.
these before I throw them
No.
up?
These are good. These are fine. You'll be fine.
Are you sure? Okay.
Well, look at them before you post them. But so somebody asked.
Okay, you starting with the first one?
If you could explain gun companies in one image, what would they be? And these are my top fives. So if you want to go through, they'll probably make sense to most of the people out there. I don't need to explain them to you guys. So that first one is for
skanky jackasses. I don't know.
That's for Anderson Manufacturing. The second one was. Do you see that one? That's GSG.
Okay. I don't think I understand it, but okay.
GSG, come on, they make like MP5 22s, so they're like super fancy, shitty guns.
Sports guns.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. So Anderson.
So the third one there is Keltec. You can read that one out if you want.
They always say "okay, retard." They never ask, "Are you okay, retard?" Okay.
So that's Keltec. And then says next. When tyranny becomes law, resistance becomes duty. The crab. I think that was my favorite of all of them.
Okay.
And then my garage was these coat hangers take mini pins, Fed boys.
Okay, there you go. All right.
Here's your memes. Meme review.
Those are the memes. Yeah, you have to be a meme aficionado to even understand that. Because I'll be honest with you guys, I don't get half of that. Maybe I'm just too old.
Come on. Simple memeology.
I don't know. Did you get those, John? Harrison?
Yeah.
Not
4chan. 4chan can 4chan's an interesting thing. Very interesting.
Yeah.
If you go okay, let's say that.
Dude, they took the OK symbol and turned it into a white pride symbol.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how smart. They got Pitbull to go out to Alaska, and they tried to get what's her name, Taylor Swift. They got her to win. My favorite one is Taylor Swift had a contest to like bring her to your school. And the school that won, thanks to 4chan, was like Boston School for the Deaf and the Art of Hearing. So yeah, 4chan's awesome.
Now, my favorite thing of 4chan is when they track down Shia LaBeouf, whatever his name is, flag by using the contrails of airplanes.
Yep. Yeah.
So Des 7th Ave says, I don't get it. CB says question mark.
Hey, did you show him off at least?
Dan, yeah, I did. I showed every single one you were going through. Dan Hates You says C+ memes. Brian Quick says those weren't funny.
I think the reactions are better than.
Yeah, Applebite says Hank is a boomer non grata. Yes, we're just too old. We're too old, I guess. I guess I'm just too old to
I graduated in 2013, and I think I'm from your generation, Hank.
Yeah, well, you're an old soul. You're an old soul, Harrison. That's basically only Babyface and John got those, I guess.
Thanks to
yeah, whatever. I don't understand it. You're gonna have to sell it to me a little bit better. Yeah. So so we did that. We did that thought experiment. Let's jump into something else here I think is interesting to me. I'm always looking for ways that the zombie apocalypse is going to start. I just want to preface this to you guys. This is one of my little hobbies. You guys do memes or whatever that nobody understands except you.
Hank is
crayons. That's how it's going to start.
Crayons? Okay, so here's how I think it's going to start. And I'm going to throw up this article. You guys could search it. Oh, jeez. I just clicked the article away. Okay, here we go. All right, so here's this article. KFC to sell plant-based fried chicken with Beyond Meat. Have you people heard of this Beyond Meat thing?
Had it. I've actually.
Yeah, it's Kentucky Fried Chicken. The fast food joint will soon have Colonel Sanders approve meatless options with the arrival of plant-based fried chicken meals. Through a pilot program, the chain will partner with Beyond Meat to test out vegetarian chicken at one of its Atlanta locations, the company said Monday. The new plant-based Beyond Fried Chicken offers the finger-licking, good fried chicken flavor only KFC can deliver as a perfect choice for those searching for plant-based meat options on the go, KFC said. So you haven't heard of this? You haven't heard of Beyond Meat?
I didn't realize KFC was doing it. I know that Burger King had already gotten into it with their, God, what's the name of that burger that they put out? The Unbelievable Burger? Unbelievable Burger, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Which I've had one of those. I haven't had the nasty Burger King version, but I've had just the generic Unbelievable Burger, and it was, I was going to give them credit. It was pretty good. It was actually pretty tasty.
Okay, so you've had this plant-based meat.
Yes, yeah, I've had the fake burger before, and it was good. I'll
you have the zombie virus right
already
now within you.
See,
What about?
Unlike Hank, I'm willing to try just about anything.
I don't want plant-based meat.
And millennials wonder why everyone hates them.
Yeah, plants are people too. Damn it! You might as well just get used to it.
You know, the scientist that came up with this stuff was probably a baby boomer, though. Let's be honest.
Jeez.
Totally.
What is the point of this stuff? What is the point? So who else has had this? Harrison, have you had this stuff?
No, but I'm one of those guys, when I go into a restaurant, if they have a really good vegetarian dish and they have a really good steak, I'm sitting there going, do I get the steak or do I get the vegetarian dish?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not opposed.
Yep.
But I want to eat vegetables when I'm eating vegetables. I don't want my vegetables.
Don't try to trick me. Don't try to give me a tranny burger. I don't want a tranny burger, okay?
Hey, Harrison,
I want
where did you graduate?
If I want vegetables, I'll know it's vegetables, okay? If I want meat, I want meat. I don't want it disguised as something that it's not, you know?
Hey, Harrison, what year were you born?
1994.
Millennial.
Barely.
Even I'm old now.
Not in his soul. Not in his soul. He's older than probably all of us. So what about you, John? Have you tried this plant-based meat, this Beyond Burger, and then there's another one? What'd you call it?
I've had the Impossible Burger, I think is what it's called.
Burger.
I don't know if Beyond is the same company, but that's the one that I've had.
Yeah.
Do I look like a smelly hippie? No, I haven't had it.
No. Why do people want to do this? And is there even some kind of... What are we doing this for? Is this to save the planet, save weight? Yes. What is it?
That's literally the only thing. Literally the only thing is potentially to have less meat consumption because it's no more healthy than red meat or less healthy than red meat because it's super highly processed. The stuff that you're eating is it's not like eating a salad. It's crazy highly processed. So it's not better. Go ahead.
Take that out though. Agricultural wise, it's also growing grains and staples that a lot of vegans and vegetarians need is not good on the environment.
It's terrible on the environment.
I mean, ton of pesticides, a ton of combines going over chewing up rabbits and whatever else. Bugs, everything else.
Jesus Christ,
it's true.
Yeah. So they're trying to get rid of the cows, the poor cows.
Yes.
This is a freaking holocaust against cows. And now chickens. Now we can't have chickens either.
Because PETA is not going to allow us to kill any of the cows.
So what are we going to do with them?
We're not going to be allowed to turn them into steers. So birth control is not going to be an option for the cows. So we're just going to create shrines and we'll be like India. The whole world will be like India.
That's not happening. If all we have is vegetable burgers and I see a cow walking around, we're having steak. It's going down. It's going down.
There will be cows eaten at some point.
Yeah. This is kind of crazy.
So putting the Impossible Burger, I went to, so I'm going to sound fancy and snobbish, but I went to a burger place. I didn't go to Burger King and try it. I went to a burger joint where that's all they do is burgers, and they had the Impossible Burger, and I figured might as well try it. So I had that next to Marley had a beef burger, and they don't taste the same. You're not going to fool yourself into thinking, oh, this is a hamburger. It tastes different. But that being said, it wasn't bad. It didn't taste bad. But I mean, would I buy it all the time? And does it answer the solutions to the hippie questions of like, is it better for you? Is it better for the environment? Probably not. I guess it's just some sort of alternative. But then going for fake chicken, I'm curious how to see how they make fake chicken, because if anybody's ever had like fake, quote unquote, fake chicken with like TVP added in, that stuff is like a sponge put in your mouth. It is disgusting.
I'm guessing this burger you're talking about is not the stuff they're growing in a lab, right? Like actually growing.
No, I'm not sure how it's made.
This is plant-based, right? These burgers that are out there now are plant-based. I don't know if they're growing them. I definitely don't want my burgers growing in a lab. I want them growing in a field.
No, they're starting to grow meat in labs now.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Think about this, though. When you grow meat in a lab, they're going to be able to control every aspect of it. So you're going to be able to get the culinary perfect piece of meat with the marbling at the exact right ratio. That it'll melt down when you cook it. I mean, everything will be it'll take like sous vide.
How is that different from the Matrix or Soylent Green or any of those things?
I was about to make a Soylent joke.
Soylent Green is people.
It's people.
So is the Matrix. That's what they were feeding them in the Matrix.
Why didn't they use cows instead of people?
But yeah, I'm not gonna say it wasn't bad. It tasted decent. It tasted good. I would eat it again. I just don't know if I would go out of my way. The other thing here, though, is Burger King. You're talking fast food and trying to push that. Like, I can't imagine the Burger King version as good as what I had at like a joint.
I think all the fast food companies are going in this direction. It's not just KFC. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Then there'll be no more fast food joints anymore because they'll go out of business.
Yeah, but you look at fast food. What they want is incredible consistency,
and this is how they do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's lab grown. It cannot be perfectly consistent every time.
Yeah. Your microphone's going in and out, babyface. Yeah.
You know the grilled chicken nuggets at Chick-fil-A?
Mm-hmm.
If you ate those, you would think they were chopped up pieces of chicken breast. They are not. They are processed to look like that. They're full of fillers and everything else like you would get with McDonald's or Wendy's chicken nuggets.
I don't care. They're delicious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'd kind of rather get the fried ones at that. But restaurants, fast food, they want extreme consistency, and they know how to get it. And
Yeah.
They make you think you're not getting extreme consistency by probably having 100 different cuts of those chicken nuggets and mixing them together.
Yeah. By the way, so the pant says, "Excuse me, waiter. There's been some mistake. You've brought me the food that my food eats." By the way, let me tell you what's going to come out of this. It's just like soy. When your ding-dongs don't work anymore, boom, this is going to be the reason why your ding-dongs don't work. Hello.
Soy does that?
Yes.
I think so.
That's how you start converting your own self into a chick. If you want to transition, you start drinking soy milk.
It's not how it fucking
That's true.
Whatever. Amount of estrogen in soy, but it hasn't been shown to cause like health side issues. But then it hasn't been shown to be good for you. So you can go either way with that.
Yeah. Listen.
And drink a lot of maybe.
Yeah. When you're wondering what happened to your ding dong in the future, this is where it all went wrong.
This is how much Hank loves all you guys. He's concerned about all your ding dongs.
Yeah, come on, man. This is how they de-man you. This is how they unmake your manliness. You know,
Miriam, I can't eat soy anymore.
Yeah, after the ding dong.
Yeah, too much soy is not good for dudes. Soy is not good for dudes. Too much soy. You know, but listen, I don't want these people doing this. I really don't. I know there's whatever reasons, but I'm not down with it. And yeah, we got to stop this before it catches on. Not that we even have any clue right now what we're eating.
We don't. That's the problem. Can we? Okay, since we're talking fast food, can we get into the Chick-fil-A versus Popeyes that's going on right now?
Oh yeah.
Has anybody
the
tried
new Popeye sandwich?
Yes. Has anybody actually tried it? Because I haven't.
I haven't. No.
Fighting over
You know
it,
what?
apparently.
I stopped actually. So as much as I'm saying, I can't actually eat fried stuff like Popeyes anymore or KFC.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's just too fried for me. I've gotten to a point. Maybe I'm just so old. I don't need that. I would rather have like barbecued or something like that. Like we had good barbecue this weekend.
Yeah, it was very good.
Smoked. That's how we need to do it.
I'm curious to see if anybody out there has tried it yet, because people are saying that it makes it gives whatchamacallit, the chicken place, a run for its money.
I saw articles about that. So anyone who has tried the KFC sandwich, let us know.
No, not KFC, Popeyes versus
Popeyes sandwich
versus Chick-fil-A.
I will say this: a Bojangles Cajun biscuit beats them both.
Oh, you like Bojangles? You just like the biscuits from Bojangles? Oh, he turned his camera off.
I'm a Carolina boy, so you grow up and you like Bojangles is
the jam.
North Carolina, you're gonna love Bojangles.
It was big in Maryland. Lola, when they put a Bojangles here in Gainesville, Lola was so happy, and then she went there and she was like, "Oh, this tastes terrible." And the Bojangles parking lot here in Gainesville always empty.
Really? I never tried by it.
Yeah, no one. See, there you go. You live in Gainesville. You eat all kinds of craziness, obviously.
I literally live on the other side of town. I don't go out of my way to get Bojangles.
You live. How many miles on the other side of town is it away from you?
It's probably on
miles?
Rush hour, probably 45 to an hour. On non-rush hour, maybe 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh!
I will say this though, Bojangles. There's franchise-owned stores. There's corporate-owned stores. There's a massive. It's not like Chick-fil-A where everything tastes the same at every. There are Bojangles that are freaking horrible.
Yeah, well, that's what we have here in Gainesville. But you see, that's the thing. Like, it's location-based. They can't get away with that where you are, man. They're going to go out of business.
Armament Access is asking where we ate this weekend. I have no idea what the name of the place was.
Trey from Aries would have to tell you guys. If he's in the chat, someone ask him where he took us.
It's a delicious little hole-in-the-wall place.
Yeah, that's where you find all the good food, man.
Oh, yeah. It was literally in like a strip mall, hole in the wall.
This is what I'm telling you guys. When we lived in Nigeria, street meat. There was this thing they called it. I told you guys that already. They called it suya. It was like a shish kebab kind of thing, and they would put I guess they would put like crushed peanuts and a lot of pepper on it, and put it on a skewer or whatever. And we would go get that, and it was just really delicious. So yeah, the hole in the walls are just basically someone on the street cooking up something. That's always not that you know what the hell you're eating in that case.
I've been on this kick of watching some YouTube videos about like New York street food. Man, some of that stuff looks really good.
Oh yeah. Razor JB says, I don't eat it, but took my daughter and said Popeyes crushes Chick-fil-A and she loves her some Chick-fil-A. That being said, it better be good after 45 minutes in drive-thru. Never again.
So that was my thing. Is I went yesterday and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab lunch. It was like 12:30, which was probably my mistake. I was like, I'm gonna go try this. The line was around the building and out into the street, and I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. I'm gonna walk inside and try. There were like 20 people in line inside. Yeah. I said, fuck it, I went to Wendy's.
Yeah.
Which is also
so
my favorite fast
David
food.
Serpa says, so funny, all kinds of gun control, and we're talking about chicken. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Why not? We're
chicken. You have a rep from GOA on, and they're discussing chicken.
Well, let's be honest. What you need to do is you guys need to make a comparison video and have guns in the comparison videos.
Yeah. I'll do that. I tried to get a McGangbang one time on my channel.
I remember that, and the girl looked at you like you were fucking crazy.
But, I had a gun on me. We have to show people that we live a normal life for everyone out there. We're on top of the gun thing every day, gun control. We're out there fighting. Trust me, we're doing it, taking blows, doing all that kind of stuff. Aries Training Facility says Scully's. That's where we went to, Scully's in Leesburg, if anyone wants to know. And then since people are complaining, do you guys want to get into some guns? We're going to get into some guns now since we can't talk about real food. We're not allowed. Can't do it anymore.
What's in the news right now? What should we be talking about? Call your reps. Have I said that tonight? Everybody needs to start calling their representatives about the upcoming term because they're going to be pushing all sorts of gun control on us.
Yeah, there's going to be tons of gun control, especially in my home state of Virginia. There's going to be tons of gun control. There's a special session of the legislature right after the election. So this is very, very crucial for everyone in Virginia to go ahead and volunteer for a pro-gun candidate. Knock on doors, make phone calls, do anything that's necessary because we have a majority of one person in Virginia who's pro-gun. And that was decided there was a tie. So they had to draw numbers out of a hat to see who actually got the seat. So
It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Virginia as a state, because I live 3 miles from the Virginia line, and Southern Virginia is a whole different world than Northern Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
I live in Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
Is that an unfortunate thing, or?
Yeah.
It's babyface. You're into tech, so you can get a job out here easily.
Northern Virginia?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful part of the country, but
Yeah, it's data center alley. It's the more data centers per square mile than anywhere else in the world.
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah, Northern Virginia is like an island of liberals,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the states is rural. But it's just like California. If you want to see what would happen if we abolished the Electoral College, come to Virginia. You have like 3 counties, or about 3 counties here that are liberal, and they control the whole state.
That's that's the craziest thing.
It wasn't.
They get to
I'm
tell
sure it wasn't
everyone.
always like that. A lot of people moving to West Virginia. How's the West Virginians doing? I heard
West
a lot of-
Virginia is getting that way, frankly.
Yeah,
It's getting that way now.
Yeah, because you have a lot of people moving to West Virginia, like right over the Loudoun County line, and because Loudoun County is getting really expensive. If you don't have $800,000, $900,000,
Really?
you're not getting a house. You're buying a condo or townhouse.
Yeah. But I heard a lot of the gun.
$500,000, you're not getting a townhouse either.
Okay, I heard a lot of the gun guys that were getting tired of stuff were going to West Virginia.
Yeah,
But I guess
so
now
are the
that's all.
locals.
But it's also lots of other people going there, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's like everybody moving to Florida and North Carolina from New York State.
Well, I'll put it this way. An actual statistic says in Northern Virginia, 70% of the population was born somewhere north of Virginia.
Oh God.
Yeah. So you live in New York City. You totally ruined the city. You can't afford to live
And
there
then you
anymore.
gotta
Let me
leave and live
move.
somebody else's.
Let me go
Yeah.
down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
just
want everything
spread
to
it.
be just like New York City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Then you got to move out of there. Oh man, yeah, that sucks.
Leave your shit policies at the door when you come over.
Yeah, people can't do that. It's all the freaking plant-based meat.
Is that what's causing the problem?
Yeah. All that
Hey,
plant-based
I'm
meat.
telling you, Hank, think about like the perfect fillet.
If they could master it.
Yeah.
Well, there is no such thing because Hank gets his steaks well done.
I don't want it.
So let's
okay,
just start
so let
there.
me tell you. So
let's
let's
just
say.
start there.
Okay, we're
Hey,
all dudes
I'm
here.
full-
We're all dudes, right? I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but it's gonna get pretty offensive right now. So we're all dudes. I want you guys to all answer this question. Each one of you is going to be forced now to answer this question. We're all dudes here. Are we all into women? I'm just checking to make sure. Put your hands up
Yes.
if you're into the ladies. Okay, babyface, your hand's not going up. I don't know if you're into the ladies or not. I'm waiting. Are you gonna put your hands up or not? Okay, there you go. Okay, we had to force babyface into it, so we're not sure. Okay, so let's say the doctors and the scientists come up with a way of taking a dude and doing it so well that dude goes to becoming a woman. Are you guys into that? Just curious. Who's into that? Put your hands up if you're into that.
It's
Run
one-
that by-
So there's a guy out there. There's a guy out there born a dude. Doctors are so good. They take that dude, make that into a female. You can't tell. All the working plumbing or whatever, appendages have been removed, pushed in, whatever it is. Plastic surgery makes everything look awesome. Is that what you do? Would you be into that?
None of us would be into it, but I'm going to say this: if we didn't know, we didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you didn't know. So
Yeah.
if you didn't know and you stumbled into that accidentally, which I'm going to concede could happen to you, never happened to me. If anyone here that ever happened to them, please tell us now so we can discuss it. Are you going to be crying like in the crying game in the shower?
I don't think I want to date that person.
I don't know how I would do after the acid bath.
Yeah, this is the thing that you have to think about here. This is the thing you have to think about here. I want to know what I am consuming. I want it to be real. Otherwise, why am I on the face of this planet?
There's
You might as
no
well
way
plug me
to
into the
pass
Matrix.
it, right?
Huh?
Says the man who tried to make
The McGangbang, exactly.
Not any. Well, yes, of course. I mean, I knew what I was
Nothing
eating.
real you were consuming from McDonald's.
Absolutely
It
not.
was a real McGangbang. It was a real processed burger. It was some kind. It was some kind of. Well, who knows what it is now? Who knows what it is now?
Hank,
Now you don't know. Now you have no clue.
Hank,
Oh man, we're gonna be
you're only allowed
boycotted.
to eat at Whole Foods and the farmers market.
That's
Yeah.
all you can eat at.
No, you're gonna have to make. You're gonna have to make my own burgers from now on.
You're gonna have to raise the cattle.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make my own burgers. Those are the best burgers anyway, by the way.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Goat burgers.
No,
they can
no,
do some
goat.
burgers.
You know, okay, can I tell you what's funny with goat? I actually used to like goat meat until I had goats. Now that I have goats, I don't like goat meat anymore. That's weird.
they stink. They're all.
Yeah, I so it's like it messes me up now.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah,
Bunch of gross.
yeah. You know, I have lots of
pet was a
vegetable.
goat.
I have lots of plants around me where I live. I don't want to eat the plants. I want the meat. I'm just saying. So, by the way, John didn't answer the question, so I don't know where John's at on that one.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I have a wife, so I'm not allowed to answer any questions like that. And plus, I don't want to be boycotted.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, look at you. You don't want to be boycotted. It's too late for that, man. You're guilty by association right now.
I guess so.
Yeah, Harrison is like, yeah, I'm coming back on here 2 years from now. Listen, I'll say this. Look, we don't, you know, it's getting worse and worse, the things that are out there. I am not deliberately having any of that freaking, you know.
Is the best for this in all things? I want to know what I'm putting in my mouth. Is that the best reply to all of
Yes. I want to know and approve of.
Of all things going in to my mouth.
One time, someone tricked me. Actually, back when I lived in Nigeria, someone tricked me into eating, basically flying termites.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something else.
No, so they had in lots of parts of Africa, right? They have these flying termites, and I guess when it rains, they get wet. The wings get wet, and a lot of them drop down. So people like gather them all up and rip the wings off and fry them. And then eat them. And I didn't know this. And this girl that I knew was like, oh, eat this. That was the last time ever in my life that I want to be in a situation where I'm consuming something and I don't know what it is.
See, I love fried crickets.
What?
Yeah.
I've never had
No, I know, yeah. Well, I guess I've had a fried insects before that one
You
time.
get adobo spiced crickets, man. They're great with tequila.
that.
Yeah. See, I guess that's like that one time in college. Is that like a real... I didn't go to college, so is that a real law? Like, there's one time if you did something in college, is that okay? Is that like, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas from the college
Only
guys?
if you're a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Who went to college? You could tell us. Babyface. That one
I didn't
time...
go to college.
Yeah. The one time in college that you did something crazy, is that okay? That you didn't, you know, maybe you were sleepwalking?
I think the worst thing I ever did in college, and people were saying my mic's breaking out. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. The worst thing I ever did in college was me and my roommate went to McDonald's and ordered that like 50 count McNugget meal, and both of us ate it. That's the most disgusting thing I think I've ever done.
50?
50 counts and 25 a piece, plus fries and a soda. Yeah, lots of sodium that day.
You were in some kind of coma after that. Okay. I don't, guys, by the way, I don't believe that's the worst thing Babyface did in college.
There is another story I could tell, but that's not live on air.
Yeah. Wait until after you get married before you tell that story.
Things like that. I would talk about that.
Yeah, yeah. What about you, John? What kind of crazy things did you do in college?
Well, a few fraternity brothers and I was with them. I didn't do it. I was just with them.
Sure.
Yeah. We stole a wheelchair from an airport.
Okay. Is there an expiration of the, like, how long is that a crime for?
I don't know, but the
person
person looked really shocked when we dumped him out.
Oh, wait, there was a dude in it?
No,
okay,
no,
now
I'm
it gets
just
what. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Joking.
Just jacked his chair left.
Kiyaski says, worst college story ever. I don't know if that's to Babyface or to John.
There are other things that I've done that I will not.
He's not going to tell us. He's not going to tell us. Yeah. Yeah. That one time he went to that strip club somewhere, but he didn't really know what was actually happening over there.
I have never been to the strip club outside of Gainesville here. The what's that like? It's a famous one.
Cafe Risque?
I've never been to it, but I've heard of those stories. I don't know.
I've never been there either.
experienced it at one point, but I've heard it's.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you one of those people, baby faces, that if you go to a strip club, you have to hand your buddy your wallet?
No, see, I've never been to a strip club because I've always been like, man, what if somebody like sees my car out front? Then I have to.
Yeah, your audio's going in and out again. Let me just tell you something about Babyface and strip club. His money is only valid if it's spent on guns.
So he's one of those people you hand your wallet to.
Yeah, if Babyface spends money on something that's not guns, it's a major problem for him.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't spend it on boobies. There's no way.
Yeah, that's a major problem for him. He's got issues.
I've got a buddy that, no joke, has to plan out like 2 days before he goes how much he's going to spend. And once he gets in, he hands over his wallet and his license, and he can't have a bit to drink before he goes in, or else I hand over his wallet.
Oh,
going to a strip club is like going to a fancy restaurant. Well, some of them are, and reading the menu, but you can't order anything. Yeah. You just like look at the menu. Yeah. Watch other people eat. And
if you're my friend, you sit there and you pay more money to keep on reading the menu.
Yeah. And they put a steak in front of you, and you just like look at it, and you can't eat it.
Yeah, it's never really. I've done it a couple of times. It's never really fun. I talk too much. Those strippers in the strip clubs, they don't like that.
What, talking?
Yeah, they don't know.
They don't like.
They're very good at figuring out like who has the money, who doesn't have money. Yeah.
The best experience you can get, at least in my opinion, going to one, and I think every college economics or sales class, like marketing class, should have to go to a strip club, is sitting back and just watching the different types of people and how the girls play certain types of people.
Yeah, they know personality types. They should be cops. They should hire them to be cops or CIA agents or FBI, whatever. You know, they would do a better job than the FBI right now. They could probably figure out who's going to try to do like a mass shooting.
Mass shooting.
Yeah, they're very good. They know how to pick out those people. But that's the thing. Other than that, waste of money. Okay, let's see. You know what? We got to show some guns. We got to show some guns in the 3 minutes, because otherwise someone's going to complain we didn't show any. Who's got the guns? Come on, Harrison. I know you got one right there. Boom.
Glock 48.
Yeah. By the way, Harrison.
How you liking it?
I love it. I've got one that is off right now at L&M Precision getting milled. He sent me a picture. It's going off to Robar now for the slide to get coated, but it's been milled for an RMR. And I know now that that's happened, Trigicon's probably going to release a miniaturized RMR now that I've spent a bunch of money getting that mill. But my experience with the XL was not positive, and honestly, I don't think the Shield optic is ready for prime time yet, and I doubt the Romeo Zero is going to be when it drops.
Okay. So. All right, there you go. That's from Harrison. By the way, Harrison, when can we? I know you're working on holsters. Can we talk about that yet, or we're not?
We'll wait, but my new CNC machine finally came in last Wednesday.
Okay.
So now there's just a backlog on some tooling and stuff I'm waiting for. But
nice.
All right, cool.
I need a new holster.
Yeah. We're waiting.
Harrison's got it.
Yes, absolutely. And what was that gun that you showed earlier, Harrison? It looked like a pistol.
Oh, that was my 1 second.
Yeah.
This is my 10.5 inch AR pistol. Air Precision pistol kit. It's got a Mega Arms handguard, which is now, I guess, ZebTech. MBus Pro backup sights, a Streamlight light on it, 1,000 lumen light with a cloud defense pressure pad. I've got the SIG Romeo 5 on here. I think I'm going to put an MRO on it. And then SB brace and a D60.
Okay, is it a folding or not folding? It's not folding, right?
It's got Law Tactical.
Okay, Law Tactical folder on it. All right, awesome. There you go. All right, what about you, John? What do you got?
Sharps Brother lower with a side charging upper by Wolfpack Armory.
Oh, nice. I like that. What color is that? Like brown or some kind of?
It's what they call their wolf. I guess wolf bronze.
Mm-hmm.
It's Wolfpack Armory customized the color pattern for me. So
okay.
I said whatever.
Yeah, you also have a Romeo there. I noticed. By the way, you're also rocking a Romeo 4. Yeah. Okay.
And then I have this one too. This is it was Italian Police Trade in Beretta.
Oh, those are
place called
fantastic.
Sterling Arsenal. They redid it.
That looks good.
If you look up there, like a lot of good
scroll work
stuff on there. Really good. Yeah.
Yeah, you got good scroll work on there. Very nice, very nice. Babyface P, what do you have?
I rebuilt my Glock, my blue Glock, Marley's Glock, I guess you would say.
All right, the Robin's Egg. Oh, is that,
Robin's Egg.
Tiffany Blue, something
whatever
like that?
it is, Polymer 80. And now I need to buy the parts to build this back up. I got bored of having a regular Glock 19, so I turned it blue, and then eventually I'll find those parts, like scavenge some parts and build this back into a Glock.
Yeah.
But that's all I got. Really, it's interesting. I don't really have anything interesting sitting in front of me.
Yeah. So basically, Babyface, Marley got a gig, and instead of thinking about paying the bills, your first thoughts are like,
hey, listen,
I'm buying gun stuff.
I've been paying the bills by myself for the last 15 months. I'm ready to get myself a new gun. And Harrison, if you think about parting ways with that 365 XL, you know you can send it to.
That gun is actually going back to Davidson's. It's going to get switched out.
Was it that bad?
Yes. I'm buying all my SIGs through Davidson's now.
Man, I'm telling you, you want some cash? You said, oh, well, I'm just saying. Because I really would like to get one. I want to pick one up.
Even though everywhere, though.
Even though you hate it.
Yeah. By the way, the Juice says, laugh out loud, he passes it off on his wife for him owning a Tiffany Blue Glock.
Oh, yeah. No, I bought this for myself, first off.
Yeah.
Marley claimed it after I bought it, but I totally bought this for myself. This thing is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
This color is awesome.
He never hid from that. He did actually say that.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
I'm going to show what I have here. This is something that I took when we were shooting this weekend. I actually still have the tag on it. It's from Hackett. So there you go. And this is a rifle burrito. Can you guys see that here? Do you see the rifle burrito logo on it? So in this rifle burrito here, if you wait for me, I'm going to take out this badass gun that I didn't put together at all. I'm just responsible for ordering the parts, and Babyface did all the work, because that's how we do it around here. Huh?
I don't remember what gun this is now.
This is one of the guns we were shooting. It's a 6.5 Creedmoor.
Oh, the 6.5. Yeah, that thing was fun.
We were shooting two 6.5 Creedmoors, so here we go. This is the Ruger American, if I could get it out of the rifle burrito. The Ruger American. There we go. Boom, look at that. In a Barnauls chassis. That's what we have going on. So it's the Ruger American 6.5 Creedmoor. I think, what was it called again? The Predator? Something like that. And then this is the Barnauls. What the hell is the name? It's from MDT.
It's on the side.
Yeah, from MDT.
MDT are some great people.
Yeah.
That
very
stock
nice.
was awesome.
Very nice setup. So we were shooting this. I think we were doing like 250.
No, so I actually did get the laser rangefinder out from Trey. We were hitting out to 450.
Oh, really? 450?
Yeah. That last set of targets at the very end was 450.
Oh, okay.
And it had the 6.5 Creedmoor has no problem with 450. Like, not even a little. It was all on us trying to get the shots. 450 was not a problem for it.
Yeah, I think... Go ahead.
I feel like you need to get a Remington 700 with a side chick.
I would love to have a
chassis.
Oh, okay.
You need a gun that you can call a side chick. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, so okay. I have to look into that. Yeah, that's actually, I like that setup. That's a pretty cool setup. We'll have a video coming out on it. One of the things with 6.5, once you have it zeroed, I think the scope on this is a lot better. This is a primary arms scope. I can't remember exactly which one it is. I have to look at it.
4-14 front focal plane.
Yeah, it has the R grid, I think. Is it the R grid? Yeah, the R grid is what's on there. But anyway, yeah, once you get these zeroed 6.5, you'll just keep hitting the same place. As long as you could be stable enough. So, and then I think we were shooting a Henry that was 6.5 also, but the scope on that wasn't as good. So when you're shooting at distance, it's very nice to have the most magnification you can have, the better. I'm just going to say that, especially when you start getting old.
Yeah, I shot a 338 Lapua at 1,700 yards up in West Virginia.
Ooh, nice.
Out of Ritter and Stark. They're out of business now, but they made like $10,000 rifles. It was for an article, so.
Yeah.
With $5,000 Night Force scope on it and stuff, so the setup was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing, Trey. While we were out there shooting, Trey has a very high end. Was it a Zeiss? A spotting scope?
No.
Oh my God.
Was it Zeiss?
I think Zeiss, and then his laser rangefinder Sig, but I think it's a Zeiss.
Swarovski. It's a
Swarovski. That's what it was. Swarovski.
That thing was awesome.
Unbelievable. I see what you get when you pay that kind of money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. You know, if you got the money, spend it. If you don't, then you just gotta, you know, there are options out there. There are options
writing.
out there. Yeah.
Then you get to do it.
Oh, start writing?
Yeah,
that's the reason why I started writing, because I wanted to shoot these guns that my wife said we can't afford.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
so baby, I gotta write this. I gotta write this article. That's why we gotta do it. Armament and Access says, "How did I break the Gatling gun?" That wasn't me. That was Babyface. He broke the Gatling gun. That wasn't me that did it. And he broke it. I think you broke it with the ejector for the magazine.
Yeah, I meant the ejector. Not the ejector for the magazine. The mag catch.
The mag catch as well. Okay. Yeah. So that's basically what how he did that. He pushed it the wrong way, and then it kind of bent, and then Trey had to figure that out, and then they got it working, and that's why you'll see Lola shooting it.
She ran that thing like a champ. It had no problems for her.
It's too much cranking, man. That reminds me of like back in the days when my mother made like the ice cream maker, but we couldn't afford an electric ice cream maker. So she got the hand crank ice cream maker, which just seemed like a lot of work to make ice cream.
Somebody needs an attachment for the Gatling gun now.
Yeah. An attachment to do what?
Make ice cream.
At the same time?
Yeah. At the same time, yeah.
Lead flavor. Lead flavor is the best flavor. Okay, we're over the 9 o'clock hour. Hopefully everyone had fun. We're going to start wrapping it up. Let's go. Let's start with Babyface P. How can the folks out there follow you, Babyface?
I'm getting all fancy now. Babyfacepea.com will now take you to my Facebook page where you can message me directly. And that's probably the easiest way to get in touch with me. I'm also on Instagram, baby_facepea, if you message me there. I'm pretty good about responding. Let's see. I haven't done anything in a while on YouTube. I'm in between projects at the moment. I have a welder sitting in the garage that needs a couple of pieces. So once we get that, we're going to start kicking back up to getting some projects done. The next thing is going to be a set me build from scratch. So
okay,
but that's me.
The next, so here's the thing. The next from the crib that we do will be us going to see who makes the best chicken sandwich.
You know what? I'm totally on board with that.
Yeah, we'll do that. That's the next one. All right.
I think you get some views from that. Sorry. Go on.
No, probably. We just have to figure out how to put guns in it. So let's go to John Crump next. John, how can the folks out there keep up with you, follow you, get in touch with you, all that stuff?
I'm on Facebook at Real John Crump, Instagram at Real John Crump, Twitter at CrumpySS, and my new YouTube channel is John Crump 2. And at the end of this week, I'll be giving away a free GOA membership. For
nice.
Anybody who subscribes to my channel.
Oh, okay. So anyone who subscribes, and it's, what did you say, John Crump 2?
John Crump 2, yeah.
Okay, that's the YouTube channel. Go there, subscribe. You could win a GOA from there. And last but not least, of course, Harry's Holster, Harrison, who sponsors the podcast here, maker of fine Kydex holsters. How can the folks out there keep up with you, Harrison?
Harry's Holsters on Instagram, Harry's Holsters on YouTube, and Harry's Holsters on Facebook. I'm most active on Instagram and YouTube. So
right. And you like for people to tell you what kind of holsters you need to make, right?
Yeah. Well, I love for people to tell me to make left-handed holsters. I really love that.
Yeah,
make a VP9 holster with the TLR one. Like
right now, I'm not doing any light bearing stuff, and I know trying to end the show quick here, but
no, it's fine. We're good.
Very specific.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I do a TLR one for VP9 Glock. Small frame, and then Glock large framing in the 45 and 10 millimeter, CZ P10C. I had like 10 molds really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And each mold takes 20 man hours to design and tweak and get into production. So it's not a non-intensive task.
Yeah. So your Kydex is more precision Kydex stuff. So therefore you're not making lots of different variations, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So, So what are the guns you most usually make holsters for?
Glocks, SIGs, Smith and Wesson, and CZ.
Okay,
And
there you go.
I do make like the HK VP9 and the SK, but Glocks, SIGs, and CZs and Smith and Wessons really do rule the day as far
All
as
right,
sales.
cool. And then I think what's the code that people can use? Hank 10?
Hank, I think it's
It's Hank
Strange.
Strange. Yeah, it's Hank Strange, right? Okay, Hank Strange, and that gets you 10% off, except if something's on clearance, right?
Clearance and hardware, nothing. Get you. I think it actually works with clearance now, but it's all holsters and mag carries 10% off.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's also for clearance now, or?
Yes, but I
confirm
don't
that?
have it on clearance currently. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, you don't have anything there. So there you go. Check out Harry's Holsters, of course. Check out John Crump. He's GOA Virginia. He's also Ammo Land. You know, he's got his own YouTube channel. Make sure you check out Babyface P. Tell him to get his butt into the YouTube studio.
I need to do something.
Making
I
the
don't know
YouTube
what.
videos. There you go. We'll be back tomorrow. I have no idea who's coming on tomorrow, so don't ask me right now because I don't know who it is. But we'll be have. Oh wait, I think we probably have. Do we have Liberty Suppressors? Maybe I don't know, something like that. Huh? Oh, we have Sam from GOA California and Liberty Suppressors tomorrow. So we'll have GOA 2 days in a row. We'll try to embarrass them also, John. Just in case you're wondering if you're the only one.
Yeah, I don't get embarrassed.
Yeah, we'll keep it going. We'll keep it going. All right, so we're out of here. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you. Make sure you subscribe. Ring the bell. I'm going to drop the end on everyone. Boom. There it goes. Ring the bell so you can be notified whenever we go live. Also, subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment here. We are out of here. Guys, any last words? We're out. Okay, that's it. They have nothing to say. We're out of here.